The Rap Roundtable.
Episode 135 of New York's and hip hop's #1 podcast, The Rap Roundtable returns. And for all you haters who got a problem with us saying we #1,
you niggas won.
Yeah, I don't gotta say too much. I know the vibes. You know what I mean? Like, get your weight up. You know what I mean?
You niggas won.
Get your life together. Get your podcast together. Get your hate tweets together.
Right. You niggas won.
Because there's nothing gonna stop us from doing. Well, get your group chats together. Whatever you gotta do. You heard? You know what I mean? We're here, unstoppable. No gaps, no breaks, most consistent pod in the world. No seasons. Niggas be capping like they doing seasons and shit. You know what I mean? And then this internet.
Yo, that's a fact.
Oh,
no
man.
Seasons, no days off, no breaks, nothing.
Straight.
Only thing we
started doing this year was like certain holidays. We'd be like, you know, we gonna chill. You know what I mean?
Through COVID,
shit,
and everything.
Most consistent.
Come on now.
Best pods. And our interviews is hotter.
Always.
The rest of y'all.
You niggas won.
That's a fact.
We just gonna, you know what I mean? We're not talking to no pod in particular. Don't go guessing and all of that.
Right.
We talking to every pod.
Okay?
Even the niggas with millions of views. We talking to y'all too. We the best.
Few of them in the wash. That's a fact.
Long story.
Especially anybody putting up polls reacting to our shit. But
you know how it goes.
Let me not digress too much.
You know, act like victims when you hit them up like, what's up? Oh, no, it's actually you. No, bitch, it's you. It's you, nigga. We see it. Shout out to everybody who don't like us and they not afraid to tell us that they don't like us. How about that?
Right, I appreciate that.
Let's shout out the honest ops.
Yeah.
The niggas who say, I don't
Honest
like these
ops.
round table niggas.
I like that.
They don't pretend. They don't act like defensive when niggas get called out. They just flat out don't like niggas and they not afraid to say it.
Yeah. Some honesty for once.
That part.
You know what I mean?
That part right there.
Stop playing in our face.
If this is your first time here, it's your boy Jarv alongside the Rap Snob
What up?
alongside Masito. No Dini to balance. He's on a trip elsewhere, living his best life with his best outfits. Hopefully he left those homemade capris at the crib. Don't go nowhere with them pants on, Dini. Have some decency. Okay? We love you, but you out of state and you might have the hat on and niggas, what round table niggas, and then you got the capris on, it's gonna look crazy for us.
Exposed ankles.
Facts. Come on, gang.
Don't rep New York like that
at all.
Where you at, Dave?
Shout out Deanie. We miss you. We know when you watch this, you're gonna be laughing.
You gonna be crying at that one.
Got the Mick Foley band. What was the last? I said you look like Bruce Banner the last time.
Bruce Banner, he calling him the Mick Foley. That's different.
Yeah.
And for the record, before y'all get to talking shit in the chat, we've said this to Deanie. We flame Deanie off camera. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Every time, man.
Every time.
This is family over here, man.
That part, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. We need 500 likes on each and every video. Don't forget to swipe and hit hype, you know what I mean, at the end of the stream.
Please,
if you're pulling up after the stream has already been aired, you can swipe and hit hype right now. But this only goes to the people who have access to the hype button. If you don't have access, don't run to the comments, no hype, because you confuse the rest of the people. If you don't see it for yourself, don't tell us, because we're telling you now that the hype button is not available for everyone. YouTube is still rolling out the deal. So, and there's billions of YouTube users and the burner accounts, you know what I mean? Shit like that. So there's mad YouTube accounts. They ain't get there to everybody yet. But if you see it, if you swipe left and there's a hype, hit the hype. If it ain't there, don't report it. Just keep it pushing. You heard? Hit the like, subscribe. We on our road to 30,000. By the time this video airs, you should be at about 23,000 subscribers.
That's a fact.
Hard work, no purchasing, no inflation, no New Delhi, none of that. We come in here, we work hard, we listen to the audience, we adjust. We always tweet the content to the audience, not the dickheads, but the supporters. The supporters who say we want this or we want that. We try to aim to y'all, and y'all have, paid that forward by subscribing, tuning in, and the super chats and all. We love y'all. You know what I mean? Straight like that. We don't like New Delhi. It's not real. If you got 30,000 subscribers, but you only have about 600 views per video and you don't inflate the views, something is wrong. Okay?
Listen.
We see it. We see everything. Especially this one over here. You can't put.
We the only ones that see. That's the problem, son.
I mean, at one time.
No. You know what? I'm gonna talk my shit.
Talk to me, son.
We're not the only one that sees.
So
I refuse to believe that.
So what do you think it is?
We're the only ones that got the balls to say it.
Okay,
Everybody else sees it and it's like, nah, I don't want to be a hater. I don't want to step on nobody's toes.
But is it hate when people are playing in your face and they'll get on their ear talking about their new subscribers?
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's the era that we in. You say anything negative about the next man, all of a sudden you a hater.
We just practice what we preach. We're honest ops. You know what I'm saying? We'll pull up on your block like, hey, what are all those robots doing here? Those weren't here last time.
Facts. That's
you know
all.
What I'm saying?
What's wrong with this picture?
That's it.
You feel me?
Give R2D2 a dap like, yo, what up, man? I ain't see you last time.
Right.
Nah, like if you gonna go to that part of the world, go to like Abu Dhabi or something. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Go have some fun.
Why not?
Don't buy bots in the middle of the era of the bot conversation. They bought the bots. That's the craziest part.
I'm surprised they weren't in Drake's lawsuit, bro. As many bots as was in that fucking shit. Bro.
Ironically, had they just covered the biggest story in rap, they wouldn't have. They wouldn't have needed the bots. Instead, they stopped potting in the middle of the biggest story in history, and then bought subscribers afterwards.
Right.
It didn't make sense to me. Like, just talk about the thing, bro. You know what I mean?
Man.
It's right there.
You know what I mean? Shout out Lloyd Banks, though, because they proud of that. Shout out Banks. You heard?
Oh, man.
Facts.
Oh, man. Why all our ops love Lloyd Banks, man? What's up with that, man? What's that about?
Shit. After the button, you know what I mean? He might not, you know? But anyway.
I mean,
the beat you hear in the background is brought to you by Sid Beats. He makes
super
beats.
producer. That's
you know what I mean? He sent me some new work last week. Pretty tough. Pretty tough. You know what I mean? If you're an artist, you're looking to get your sound right, tap in with Sincere Beats. Stop being bashful. Shout out to Firebird Phoenix, the only one with cojones to step into the ring and try to cook up on Sincere production. Shout out to all the niggas who say Sincere makes whack beats, suck our dick, but we appreciate the hate. You know what I mean?
Ransom, if
you're
watching,
liar.
If you're watching, check your inbox. Search my name, CINSCRE.
There you go.
You know, it's there. It's sitting there.
That's
you know what I mean. I know you're a busy guy. I understand, but you know, in case you forgot, in case you got lost in the sauce, I mean, there's some in the inbox waiting for you.
He had
in this heat.
He was working on. I
promise you.
He was working on his Primo file. You know, so
true.
There you go.
Yeah.
Real quick before we get into the topical things, shout out China Streets. He dropped the EP. Really, really tough record on that EP. Salute. You know what I mean? China alongside 183rd, they've been cooking up some things, man. I like the synergy that China Streets and 183rd has. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree,
because it's like when you find a producer, it's easy to just say, "All right, I did this thing with this producer. Let me move on to the next guy and try some other shit." But what she did was she went back and just gave us a little morsel. You know what I mean? Magnetic dropped on October 15th. Right, and there's a record on it I love a lot, which is the title track called Magnetic. She's getting her girly bag. I was talking to China personally.
I like that.
And it was like, you know, the first time she dropped, you know, she's kind of aggressive, for lack of a better word. You know, getting her lyrical smirkle bag. But with this project, she kind of smoothed it out a little bit. And the Sonics by Third kind of, you could. I don't know if this is permanent, but it seems to be a shift in tone of what China Streets is trying to be and trying to put out there to the public.
183rd softened his delivery a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I think there was a lot of collaboration. It wasn't just him making the beats, because even the way she's rhyming, the way the enunciation, the cadence, a lot smoother, a lot more feminine. You know what I mean? She's still rapping, but she got some shit. Like, I think she should do a video for that song, because it's really hard, bro. Like, I'm really a fan of that project. Tap in China Streets. Also,
that's a China, man.
Right. You know what I mean?
Working. She working.
Dave East as well. You know what's happening in New York City. Karma 4 dropped. Of course, I've been a fan of Bottega Trunks. That's the joint with Stove God. That's pretty tough. He has the record on there.
I feel about that song. Man.
Yeah, Sincere apparently had that beat. He made it first, but it's nowhere to be found.
I lost it.
I can't wait for you to find that shit.
It might have been. Look, it might have been one of those situations in which I said, "It is cool," and then I deleted it or something. Because that happens. Yo, quick digression. That almost happened with Shook Ones.
Really?
Yeah. Havoc was saying that he was making that beat and he wasn't really feeling it. He almost deleted that shit until like P walked in the room and he listened to it. He was like, "Yo, what's that?" He was like, some shit I was just fucking around with. I'm about to delete it. He was like, "Yo, you crazy, son? Like, That's a banger right there.
Shit.
Next thing you know is Shook One's Part 2.
Sometimes producers just don't be knowing when they got fired. They need someone else to be like, yo, gang, this shit is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's one multiverse I don't want to be a part of. Okay?
Come on, bro.
That Shook
Talk.
Ones wasn't made. Knock it off.
Sheesh.
24, actually 26 track project with Dave East, but he kept it just over an hour and 8 minutes.
Okay.
A lot of features, so it's not just him. Shout out King Streets. I don't know if y'all familiar with King Streets. I think he's from Far Rock. Heavy Set Gentleman, barred the fuck up. Has already been featured on Sway, another New York MC.
Okay.
For those that don't know what's going on, tap in King Streets hard. I've shared him on our Twitter page a couple of times. That man can rap. Neek Bucks is on there. Wiz Khalifa's on there. You got Skylar Black. I want to know how that came together. Skylar's from Cincinnati, I believe. You know what I mean? And she linked up with Dave East.
She be with all the New Yorkers, man. And what's the connection there? I noticed that. Skylar Black, didn't she have a song with Benny as well?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. Skylar.
You also got Key Glock on it. Key Glock on the Ascent.
I like that.
You know, I'm a fan of Key Glock. You know, I like what he does. I like his music. Again, shout out Memphis. So, you know, if you're not familiar with what's going on in New York right now, Dave East is out right now. China Streets is out right
I
now.
want to hear that.
Make sure you tap into
Do
those
that.
projects. Magnetic by China Streets, Karma 4 by Dave East. That's what's happening in New York City right now, this second. And of course,
Talk
Dave
about
was
it.
on that podcast with Jim Jones, Mano, and Fabulous.
Fab.
You know, new ops, I guess. They
Yeah.
entering the pod space. Shout out Capo. But anyway,
And of course, you know, the Mobb Deep still in rotation.
of course,
You know what I mean?
Sir. Yeah, absolutely.
Ghostface
I was
Ray.
listening to that on the way,
New
actually.
York, you know what I mean? New York repping.
making
as
some
always.
Billboard entry as well, if I'm not mistaken, for
Yeah.
Mobb Deep.
Look at that.
I know sales
30
on
years 30 years after the fact, still cracking Billboard.
They 12K was looking crazy until Bia did 2.7 and Tyler did 3.7. Like, the music industry is depressed. Tyler, her EP did 3.7K, bro.
Oh,
How does that happen?
girl.
I know we going off topic, but how do you have, especially Tyler, not even Bia. Bia's had a post that Cardi diss. That was like, you know, shout out Bia, no disrespect. I mean, no harm. I'm just saying that video on Twitter when she did the diss,
That shit was not
one
it.
of the cringiest
shit
videos
was not
ever.
it.
The energy, the vibe. I so much so that when she does the interviews now and the way she talks about the situation, I'm willing to believe that even when she did the diss, her heart wasn't really in it like that. It was just weird.
You saying she J. Cole'd it?
Nah, she ain't take it back though. You know what I mean?
Well, that's
a
true.
fact. That's a
That's
fact.
true.
She's still doing business, but
So it's still up and streaming.
yes,
I could go press play now.
you can.
Damn it, J. Cole.
J. Cole took it off the whole project. And then threw subs at Kendrick after the fact, which defeated the fucking purpose. But when we get to talking
He
about
will
that,
never stop kicking his back in for that, bro.
Because-
ever.
if he would have just, first of all, 52,000 of your own people, that's an issue for me in and of itself. You took it off the DSPs, and then you dropped Port Antonio, and then you still threw subs anyway. So what is in your heart, Cole? What exactly is it? You
I don't think he
still
knows. I don't
you
think he
still
even
technically a Drake guy. You're OVO Cole. You know what I'm saying? You was apologizing to Aubrey. You was throwing
Appreciate
subs
that.
at Kenny, but you took the diss off DSPs. Make it make sense.
God.
But then we got Cole fans always mad at us, but it's like we didn't. All we doing is talking about what your guy did. Your guy went on the court in Game 6, not even Game 7, because it wasn't Game 7 yet, and shot 4 for 30. Because the diss was whack too. It wasn't
4
even a
for
good
30?
diss. It wasn't even a good diss.
Nah,
sorry,
but
man.
that's when you know shit is fucked up because it's like, and there's another situation. I don't want to mention his name because I don't want to get into that whole realm. But like about a month or two ago, like there were a lot of people just saying what the guy said or saying what the guy did, and the fans of that guy were mad at the people just simply stating what he said and did. Simply stating,
Wow.
like,
Well, you know,
don't be mad
Jarv,
at us.
All I know is how
We're
many
saying what he said
Jarv.
and did.
It's been a while. How many of his own people, Jarv?
52,000 of his own people.
Oh man.
The weekend the diss record dropped, he fucking went on stage and walked it back and took it off DSPs.
Of his own folks. Man.
And again, I don't care how. And you know, the thing is, hypocrisy is a real thing. We've all had moments of hypocrisy. So
I have
I
it
don't-
from week to week.
right. So I won't kill him for that. But you subbing Kenny after saying your heart was in it, wasn't in it with the 7-minute drill, all of that, just speaks to the fact that the only reason you took it off DSPs is because it didn't land how it was supposed to land. You saw how we was reacting to the Drake and the Kenny disses?
Yeah.
Right.
Literally nobody reacted that way. There was no hype, there was no fire. It was, it's kind of mid. My algorithm personally there was nobody on my personal algorithm that said that shit was fire. Outside of the Dreamville page, probably. That tried to shit on us, you know what I mean?
Right. Who worked their way onto our algorithm because it wasn't beforehand.
Right. So it's like, the fuck are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how we got here, but back to Tyler. You know what I mean? It's successful. You know, how does someone with as much motion as Tyler only have 3.7K in a first week off an EP? Well, big social media presence, big radio presence, on big events, on stages. How the fuck does that happen?
Gorgeous.
Certainly. I just chalk it up to that online fake motion. You know what I mean? I call it the Meg Thee Stallion effect.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
tonight?
yeah. Deanie's not here. I have to step up.
Meg Thee Stallion effect.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we need a certain percentage of misogyny on this show, Jarv. So for me, I call it the Meg Thee Stallion effect, where they will think you're the biggest thing ever online. You seem like you're a huge presence. I think we are three people that aren't necessarily, well, I won't say that about Jarv, because Jarv is a radio guy as well as he's a satellite radio guy. But I just mean like regular terrestrial radio. I don't know if Jarv is up here listening to Z100, you know what I mean? Maybe not.
In the car, I'll see what's going on. I like to just be aware, you know?
So I think that, you know, if we were, you know, outside of our algorithm a bit more, we would kind of see that Tyler is just, she not moving like that, bro. Like 3.7? 3.7?
But it was an EP. It wasn't a full
That's
length
true.
LP.
I mean, but fuck, even before.
Why would she even drop an EP?
What
Why
songs
not
was on
just
it?
go?
Right.
Why not just, you know,
But I felt
hit
like
the button,
You're right.
press the button. You
But
know
I
what
felt like she had another release before the EP that was a dud too.
Yeah,
If memory serves me correctly.
the album that had that water shit on it.
And that did like 20 something first.
Yeah.
Some Ice Spice number. You know what I mean?
That was a flop too.
Yeah.
Flop too. The song was huge, you know, but
Sheesh.
shit was
Like-
a flop.
This wasn't on the rundown, but how many artists are actually stars, bro? When you like, and when I say stars, because we've already deduced that the true measurement of what a star is in today's climate is how many humans can they pack out in a venue.
Right.
Because we need to count humans.
Right.
How many music stars are there right now? You got Taylor Swift. We're not talking about the Hall of Famers. Do not run in here and start talking about Nas. We're not talking about the legacy acts. We're not talking about the Hall of Famers. So
Right.
Hove, Nas, all them guys out the equation. Of the current crop of people teenagers would listen to, right?
Right.
It's Taylor Swift, Drake, Kendrick,
Right.
NBA Youngboy,
Be a young boy.
packing
Travis.
venues.
I'm gonna throw
Travis
Travis.
Scott.
Yeah.
Star. Who else?
Tyler.
Tyler. The Creator?
T-Y.
Yeah, he's a star.
L-E-R. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if he's doing like stadiums. He could do like
arenas.
He could do amphitheaters.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? But can he pack out
Arenas.
a stadium tour?
Stadium.
He got enough white fans, so I'll put him in that list. Because you got
Yeah,
to
he
think
got
about the whole
his
Our
own-
Future
apparently.
He
era.
got his own
Motor Squad.
festival, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta put him in there.
I'll
Right?
throw him in there. Yeah. Pause.
We got all those country music people that we don't even know about, right? But we know the country
Morgan
music.
Wallen. I know him.
We know country music is a different animal. They
Right.
pack fucking football stadiums. Nigga.
That's an ecosystem that really does its job. I'm
Right.
gonna say that.
Right. But as far as I'm talking about strictly pop, hedging urban. Who?
Right.
Meg can't do it. No disrespect to Meg.
Not at
Lotto
all.
can't do it. Nicki can do it.
Nicki.
No disrespect to Nicki Minaj. Say what you want about her Twitter rants and whatever she got going on. Nicki can pack out. She could do a
I
stadium
haven't
tour.
even heard of a Meg show or tour.
She had that tour that, you know, kind of ran concurrently to Nicki's tour, and I think maybe
the
that's
His-
why it
was it
got
a His tour?
overshadowed. Yeah.
The his tour where they was saying how like the venues wasn't packed
There was
and it
a
was
lot
like
of empty
it was
seats
moving
and
shit up to
those-
make it look like it was, you know what I mean?
Bringing the crowd closer to the, you know.
Can Cardi do a stadium tour right now? Can we put it in that? Because I just don't know. This is me asking as a person who's not sure.
How you feel, Sin?
I think she can.
I think the demand might be there because she hasn't toured basically her entire career.
I think she's a major market person. Like if she did a stadium tour, not a stadium tour, but like an NBA arena tour, to Sin's point earlier, she could pack out New York. Any
Right.
venue in New York she could do.
Let me make this argument. I think she could be the SZA to Bad Bunny's Kendrick on a co-tour.
Okay. I think she could feel that.
I think she could be a
If
good
she go to
support
New
on
York,
a superstar tour.
Boston, Philadelphia, Miami, LA, Dallas, all the big markets, Chicago, I think she would pack out. But like once we get into like middle America, I'm not confident.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Right. That's why I say maybe a star as big as her or a little bit more.
For a football venue, like what Kendrick Sisters did, yeah. But for like a 20,000 seat, I think she could do it Dolly.
Yeah, I think she could do that though.
Major markets only, not the small markets.
I say that. She can hit the coast.
That's what I would say. Like she's not gonna pack out every arena the same way.
Nah.
It has to be like certain cities.
Atlanta too. I can't believe I forgot
Atlanta too.
Oh yeah.
Atlanta, Miami, New York.
Oh, the agenda's gonna agenda with that one. Jarv forgot Atlanta.
I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
You know, don't
Big
worry.
Gip's gonna be mad about that one.
No, trust me. What I got on the rundown is gonna be some positive Southern heat. It might piss Sin off, but you know, stay with me.
Let's get
I think New York, she could do multiple. Cardi could do multiple nights in New York, multiple nights in Atlanta. I don't know about LA. But New York and Atlanta, she could get multiple nights.
I was thinking about LA. I was like,
I think she could do
Cardi could
one
do
night
a
in
couple
Staples.
LA. Yeah. I think Cardi could pack out LA.
Or like do like
she
Staples,
got the hits.
Do Staples one night and then the Intuit Dome the other night. You know what I mean?
You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the LA version of MSG Barclays, right?
Right.
Say that.
Right.
You really think people are clamoring to listen to I Got It Like That
She got
live in 2025?
She got enough big records, Sin.
I understand, but
and she hasn't done the tour. You know what I'm saying? So I think the people who never got to
I Got It Like
experience
That when
first
I hear
album,
it, I just feel like it's a song of the time.
Hold on.
Not really like a song to last the test of time.
I just got an idea in my head, Sin. Like
I don't feel it, you know?
Is she a person who's a venue filler or is she a versus artist? Whereas you might kill versus can you pack a venue?
That's a good question.
Because she got a lot of great features.
Right.
But she's only got 2 albums worth of material. And niggas wasn't plugged into the Cardi mixtapes for her to really, you know what I mean?
And the second album hasn't really even settled into like the psyche of the general public. So
what's the big single off the second album right now?
Right.
What's the record?
Bodega Baddies.
The joint with Lotto? That she added Lotto after the fact?
I don't even know.
I don't even know what's the big record off of there.
I think Bodega Baddies is doing all right.
Oh, Bodega Baddies is the one that has the bodega music in it.
The bodega music, the
Is that ring off?
I've been hearing the joint with Lotto on Satellite. Because the one that sounded like a Jeezy record.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But everybody said Jeezy was supposed to be on.
Lotto, I think she did a version. I feel like the album dropped and Lotto wasn't on it, but then they immediately did a remix with Lotto on it.
Yeah, that's what they did.
So yeah. I mean, these are things. Chat, let us know, you know. Who are the venue fillers? Because like where the stars at in music? Because we're not talking about country music because as Mase said, their ecosystem does their job. But for everybody else, who are the true musical stars?
Especially in today's climate. You know what I mean? Like country music is thriving.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Not even close. Let's move on though. You know, my parlay's dead. I'm kind of pissed. King Los.
Don't have the FBI after you.
Oh no. I'm not a coach. I'm just a guy. You know? Don't know any Mafia La Cosa Nostra guys with X-ray vision glasses for poker games.
Man.
Completely out of that realm. King Los, I don't know where he was or if he was on a platform or what. I can't attribute it to anything. But what he said was he was saying something along the lines of saying that I think he was quoting Mickey Fax at the time that you can't be considered nice if you don't have multis. And he was speaking about Kendrick. He said, how can Kendrick be considered the top guy if he's not heavy in the multi game? And I'm like, we still doing this 2025, big 2025.
I'm tired, bro.
Kendrick Lamar's, not his underground career, but his industry. What year did Good Kid drop?
2012.
So let's say his mainstream industry career is a 13-year career. 2013, you said 2012?
2012.
So a 13-year career.
Section 80 was the year before.
Right.
2011.
13-year career. Multiple albums, multiple features, multiple subs and disses. And we still in big 2025 questioning whether Kenny can rap at a high level or is a high level lyricist or not. And it's coming from his peers now because King Los is a rapper. Am I right?
Yeah.
No disrespect to King Los, but is he in any conversation that matters about bars?
Not that I know of.
It depends on who's telling the
Not
conversation.
conversation. I'm
Generally
having.
speaking, is he in any not pockets of people, not like fucking what's homie Kenny Mack? You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you, we don't talk about him. I don't hear no podcast talking about him. Me and my boys that I came up with don't talk about him.
Okay.
So who's talking about him?
All right.
Los is like one of those people that's like known as nice, but nobody gives a shit. Like, no disrespect. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, you kind of just know he's nice in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'll give him the respect for just generally knowing he's nice. But as Jarv said, it's never brought up in a conversation with any existing human. You know what I mean? And even if it's online,
You saying no real
no
humans?
hashtag real humans.
You need to go to New Delhi with that conversation. Shit me.
And, you know, if you happen to come across somebody online that is talking about King Los, they certainly don't have their own picture as an Avi. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Holy shit.
Feel me?
Holy moly, guacamole. I
You
mean,
saying they got anime on this shit?
Hello Kitty, anime, you know what I mean? Maybe some racially charged shit, you know what I mean? Like, it could be anything, to be honest. You know what I mean?
so that being said, King Lo says this. He's not in any conversation that matters. We'll put it like that. He's
Right.
in somebody's conversation, but not any that matters. He gets to talking about Kendrick. You know, I hate to put anybody's opinion because I hate when people do it to me. But it's like, it feels like hater energy. Maybe he really feels this way, but I haven't heard from him since. He hasn't expanded or expounded. So since they're the rap snob,
Yeah.
King Lo says that Kendrick is not a multi guy. He's basically calling him a basic lyricist. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are very simple. People are not paying attention close enough. I think when artists like a Los or King Los, and look, I'm keep it real. I mean, we've had him on the show, but I've heard Mickey Fax say, you know, something similar. And every time that I hear this, I feel like they're just it's either I feel like there's a little bit of hater energy, and but I don't want to put that on them, so I'm gonna go with B. They're just not paying close enough attention. And when I think that, I'm like, no, but like these are the guys that pay the closest attention. So how are they not seeing and hearing the rhyme schemes and all the alliteration and all the multis, because he does do multis, that Kendrick is pulling off in his lyrics. The thing about Kendrick, though, is that he's not going to attack every song the same way. You know what I mean? And it also depends on which project you're listening to and looking at. You know, you have To Pimp a Butterfly, very dense, very lyrically heavy. You know, you have songs like The Blacker the Berry. You have songs like Mama. You know what I mean? You have a lot of dense lyricism and a lot of dense imagery in the album. But then you have Damn, that had some songs that, you know, like Humble, you know, that were a little simple, or Love, you know, that were a little simpler in their, you know, in their lyrical makeup. But just because Kendrick doesn't attack every song the same way, you know, and doesn't force the multi-syllabic flow into every single song, doesn't mean that he's not capable of it. It doesn't mean that he hasn't done it like numerous times, right? You could go back to Rigor Mortis on Section 80. You know what I mean? You could go back to that part, his remix, that verse goes crazy. The internal rhyme schemes in that verse alone, insane, right? You could go back to the Heart series. You could go to, you know, Duckworth on Damn. You know, you could go to Feel on Damn. There's all sorts of songs where he exhibits like prime lyricism. You know what I mean? Multis, internal rhyme schemes, alliteration, etc. But just because he doesn't do it on every single song, certain artists are gonna look at him, certain rappers are gonna look at him and say, oh, he's not as nice because certain songs are a little bit more basic or simple than others. You know what I mean? And I'll cap it off by saying this. Kendrick himself addressed this all the way back in Section 80 before he even blew up. He had a lyric on Poor Man's Dream that said, "And don't call me lyrical, because really I'm just a fella that's evil and spiritual. I know some rappers using big words to make their similes curve. My simplest shit be more pivotal." And that's always been his approach to making music. He wants you to feel it more so than be impressed by the technical makeup of it, right? And again, not to say he doesn't pull off the technical stuff, but the emotion, the feeling and the emotion is what's most important to him. Mm-hmm. And some rappers might be mad that Kendrick can convey emotion in his songs, and sometimes they can't, you know? So I feel like it's part hate and part not paying attention.
Masito, I know this is probably not something you'd prefer to do, OVO, Masito, right. But, again.
Right. I was in the chat.
Tonight's episode is probably going to upset Sincere the Rap Snob, but it might do you a favor or two.
Right.
A little foreshadow.
Right.
What are your thoughts on Kendrick Lamar? Not a multi guy.
Sin, very, very diplomatic.
Surprisingly diplomatic.
I'm not gonna lie, very diplomatic, because this is pure.
Like that was a layup for you to just say, "Fuck out of here." My guy is nice.
Right. This is pure nonsensical hater shit. Like it's not even. I
was trying to tap dance around the hater shit. You know what I mean?
Let's be honest here. Like I said before, having the conversation 13 years into a first ballot Hall of Fame career. To ask the question,
multiple championships, nice? Multiple MVPs, All-Star appearances,
Game 7
he's
dubs,
not that good.
Sweeps, like you know what I'm saying? Like having that conversation 13 years into Kendrick Lamar's career, like all right, let's have some conversations. And
OVO Los?
Is Beyonce pretty? You know what I'm saying? Like can Vince Carter jump? You know what I mean? Is the Rap Roundtable the top podcast on the East Coast? Like, do we need to ask questions that motherfuckers already know the answers to? Is that what we're doing here? See, this is the thing, right? This happens in multiple forms of entertainment.
Talk
right?
about it.
Stupid conversations. In basketball, it's the tween hezzy conversation. Jarv knew about that one. In wrestling, it's probably the work rate conversation, right? And that's the conversation in rap. Multis. Okay? Stupid conversations by people who only like a specific portion of rap. You know what I mean? And to basically hate on people who have higher profiles and are clearly greater than them. Listen, nobody's having a conversation about King Los and fucking Kendrick Lamar. That's not even a conversation. So if Kendrick ain't nice, King Los, what are you, bro? See, the thing is this. Everybody who's a real fan of hip hop knows a couple things. There's not one form of superior lyricist. There are punchers. There are multi guys. There are storytellers. There are conceptual guys. There are people who go completely in on like the subject matter. All of them can be super nice. You know what I mean? Is Scarface not nice? I don't remember no Scarface multis. You feel what I'm saying? It depends on what you're trying to convey in your music. And Kendrick Lamar has always done that at the highest level. You know what I mean? Let's not get ridiculous here. And if you really want to talk about it, Kendrick, the thing that's his superpower is storytelling. And from what I've always read from MCs and other rappers is that being a superior storyteller is actually the hardest part of rapping. Like, it's easy to just be for a dope rapper to go in and spit punchlines in a cipher about Chauncey Billups. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Fab is going to do. No disrespect. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's
a big shot like Chauncey Billups.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's always been the A-level part of MCing in a nice way. But when you get to the type of shit Kendrick has done, weave stories throughout albums, throughout careers, be able to fucking, you know what I mean, have schemes that go on from the beginning of his album to the end. Can't you play his album backwards then? Like, what the fuck? So this is a conversation. Like, Kendrick can do things. If King Los wants to make the argument that multis is something that he does better than Kendrick, I'm certainly sure that Kendrick does every other part of lyricism better than King Los. This is not a conversation I want to have. The dude that I come up here and say I'm a fan of, Kendrick Lamar, just stone cold stomped him in the middle of the fucking ring. So I can't. If I was to come up here, y'all know I'd be lying.
Stomped the mud hole and walked it dry, bro.
Come on, bro. Scott Hall
Stunners.
level stone cold stunners.
Shit.
Okay. That was crazy. So it's like, I'm not gonna come up here and try to use this as an aha, as like maybe some people on my side of the fandom would. This is a ridiculous conversation, and I refuse to have it unless we're making fun of King Los somewhere further down the line.
Okay.
Permission to add one more thing?
Cook.
Because something that Mase said made me think about it. They're not gonna, because you brought up Scarface, right? Scarface, one of the greatest rappers, lyricists of all time, but clearly his delivery was not that of a multi-lyrical miracle type of delivery.
For sure.
King Los would never dare say that about Scarface, but he feels comfortable saying it about Kendrick.
Right.
And the reason for that is that they came up in the same era, and he considers Kendrick a peer. This is where I feel that there's hate injected in that, right? And again, and look, again, he's been our guest on our show. I don't want to speak too ill of him, but Mickey Fax was also in this conversation.
We got to get Mickey back up here.
It's
time for us to converse about a few things.
Talk some rap shit.
And he also, they all came up in the blog era. Lupe also has choice words about
Lupe is the
Kendrick.
first round pick of the blog era to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before we even knew what a blog was, they were those types were the ones
But
who was propping them
Lupe,
up.
we've talked about this
sure.
like many times. Lupe has certain thoughts and feelings about Kendrick Lamar as well. You know what I mean? And we feel that kind of like, is there some hate in those statements, and is there some hate in those thoughts? And I feel, that they all came up in the same era, but Kendrick was able to ascend and transcend where they couldn't.
I see that.
And not Lupe, incredible MC, incredible lyricist. Mickey Fax, amazing lyricist. King Los, amazing lyricist, right? But Kendrick was able to take that formula and mold it into something that transcends,
right?
Where they couldn't. All that lyrical miracle, they couldn't make somebody feel something the way Kendrick did.
And that's where I'd like to get in here. I got a few points that I'd like to make on this subject. Cecilia, you've kind of steered me in that direction, making people feel something when they hear the music, right? No matter what era of rap you can think of, close your eyes, chat, the 50-year-old niggas that watch, the 60-year-old niggas that watch it. We talking about rap specifically. At no era of rap was there a time where a person got on because, he made some shit shake because he was just wild nice. You had to make him feel, from the hibbity hop, niggas felt something. Run DMC in that era, they made people feel something. They energy, synergy, all of the G's you could think of, LL Cool J, all the way down to Rakim. They made records. Rakim has joints. When they come on, what, even if he was one of the first modern quote era niggas, he was the Babe Ruth, you could say, of the modern era lyricists. He got joints, bro.
Right.
You can't just be nice. We saw that with Cannabis, and it's not to give a straight at Cannabis. Cannabis, if you give him an ISO on somebody else's song and he just could bar up, he's a monster. But when it was time for him to make albums, what happened? He's the easiest experience or the easiest example for that type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we love, listen, I love a great verse. I love to hear guys bar up, just put a beat on, let a nigga rhyme. But we talked about it, I think the last time he was in here. The greats, even the Nas's of the world, the greats have a combination of all of the important sliders that they balance out. Some are higher than others. Like you could say Nas is more lyrical, but then you could say that Jay-Z probably has a different ear for beats than a Nas that makes his music sound a little different from Nas. So of course Nas's bar slide is higher than Jay-Z's, but then Jay-Z's beat selection slide is higher. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that. So if you want to talk about cadence, all of that, yeah, all these things might be nicer. But when it comes to now, like, how can I put my skill set together into a combination where we are making albums or we making songs that resonate? That's the challenge. You don't think Kendrick Lamar could just be fucking super nice rapper guy that makes songs that nobody cares about? You ever listen? Again, I'm not the Kendrick fan here, but have y'all ever really listened to Kenny rap when he really get on his rapper shit?
Family Ties verse, bro.
Bro, like Kenny. Yeah, I hate to say this. Kenny caught from that Eminem cloth. When the bars start, when he get downhill and he start barring up, the multis are there. It's a lot of multis.
Right.
Aggressive multis.
A lot of multis, a lot of internals.
Fuck. It's flows within flows.
Yeah.
He get on that Philly shit. Like, he could do everything you want him to do, like, when he feel like it. But it's like, if you want to reach a certain audience, if he just multi niggas to death, he could have been Lupe. I might have a couple hit records, but my audience is mostly niche. But every now and again, I break out that niche audience and I give you a hit record. He could have done that. But Cali niggas, and this is why I give Cali a lot of respect. When it comes to musicality, Cali to me is above all regions. Maybe the South. If you want to argue about the South, we can have a conversation. But Cali niggas, especially the way
Cali got that.
Especially with the way that they're raised and the kind of music they listen to. If you listen to all these Cali rappers when they talk about the shit they came up with and the shit their parents listen to, their affinity for certain shit just can't be matched. We could try to emulate it, but Cali niggas and musicality is a different tier.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was different from the Chronic.
There you go.
And you know, Doggy Style. Like,
the niggas was weaving in funk into street shit. Unheard of at the time. Literally unheard of at the time. You know what I'm saying?
The keys, the synths and everything. The layers.
They do it better than us. So it's like Kendrick Lamar, by way of region and what he came up on, he was never gonna be rapidy rap, bar you to death guy. Even my guy, Schoolboy, you think Schoolboy could do the same shit? He don't do it because they gotta try shit. So I don't understand that argument from guys.
Right.
Or if you're trying to be a great rapper, it's like, if you want to just be lyrical guy, to me, let's make it about sports, because you know we love the sports comparisons. Do you just want to be a great dunker? Do you want to be Gerald Green?
Right.
Do you want to be Vince Carter? Vince Carter had a complete game. First ballot Hall of Famer. You don't think, like, there's mad guys who could just do that Gerald Green shit. And have a career. You have a career.
Right. You have a career.
You know? But what kind of career you want? You want your own sneaker? You want to be iconic? Or do you just want to be known?
Harold Miner won the dunk contest.
All right.
You know what I mean?
He had his year for multis. But do you want to be super great? That's the question here. So it's like, and just to be clear, if you say being and seen, that he's trying to say that Kendrick does shit like that, it don't be no syllabic.
Yeah, just like they're saying that it's just like one syllable rhymes, right? Being and seen,
right? Hot
and not,
right? That's not a serious
kill
argument.
And will.
So literally says, I said I do this for my culture to let y'all know what a nigga look like in the bulletproof Rover. Is that not a multi? It's a low tier multi.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they're saying. I think they're saying that they want multis that are like 5 different syllables.
Nah, then you got to specify, because Kendrick Lamar default is that basic multi I just gave you, right? Yeah. But if I'm trying to make songs, does that fit?
That's the thing, because that, like, if you want to get off like 5, 6, 7 syllable multis, that's not going to be a song that has any sort of theme or cohesion. You're just that's that Eminem word salad. I mean, I'll say the modern Eminem word salad.
Nah, we don't want that.
That, I feel like I'm kicking him. That's the Lloyd Banks shit. Lloyd Banks is known for like the multi, like the 5 to 6 level multis. You know what I'm saying? But he makes music that you don't feel. Jarv, keep cooking, bro.
I mean, and it's like, all right, you do that.
I'll tell you this. The one guy that I remember that was able to package that many multis and still have songs that resonated and played on the radio, that was Pun. I feel like Pun had that.
Pun had that for sure.
My counter argument.
Pun was one of the multi kings. He got it from G-Rap.
Pun, but see, that's the thing, yeah. But Pun was still technically, at the time of his passing, rest in peace, he was on the ascent. If you look at all of our favorites on the ascent, the way they rap, then once they hit their commercial ceiling, what did it sound like after?
Right.
There's pre-Volume 2 Jay-Z, post-Volume 2 Jay-Z. Not to say that he fell off, but the schemes wasn't scheming the same way no more.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like we don't know what Pun would have sounded like, especially as the Sonics
10
changed.
years
I
in
mean,
his career.
we kind of do because the second album was not. It didn't hit like that, and he lost. Like I feel like he lost a lot of the ability to like piece together more
I was trying
times
to
the
be
way he
respectful.
did.
You could say it. I ain't
No. He did. The second album, yeah, baby, like the pales in comparison to Capital
But
Punishment.
do we not
Pales.
kind of like look at that album that way because he passed away before he actually finished the album?
Word is that album was finished.
Yeah.
But he was
Yeah.
sick
That's
while
new.
making
He was sick while
Yeah,
making it.
That's
Yes.
news to me. I was always under the
yeah.
belief that whatever was there
I
was what
used
the
to
album
believe
was.
that, but no,
Nah,
like
he finished it.
it was it was finished, but he was not his full self.
If you hear about stories from the studio in that time, you could tell he was a
You
very
can't
sick
rhyme the
guy.
way he rhymes at his size with the kind of breathing it takes in order to do it and still do it at a hot clip. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I mean, that's a great argument. But I feel like once the shit, let's say now he in the alternate universe he lives, rap is changing, the Neptunes, these guys are coming in, Swiss Beats is coming in.
The
way
South is emerging.
The South is emerging. The way those beats are being built, this might be a hot take, but I feel like in some cases you had to dumb it down. You know what I mean? If you think about some of the shit that if you get too barred up with some of these Neptunes beats, how would that really work?
Right.
You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
wasn't making a bunch of grindings. Think about what the Neptunes or what Timbaland them niggas was doing back in the day. They wasn't making shit for you to get super barred up on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They was,
Right.
They was coming with songs. Apparently some of them came with songs or concepts already built in, and you had to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get in where you fit in. I just think that this whole Kendrick Lamar argument is, you know what it is? And I hate to do it, but I'm gonna judge my people for a second. Anytime somebody get the light for too long, it's people just have this need to just say they not that good. And it's just like, bro, let this man have his moment. You know what I mean? Kenny been Kenny for a long time. You didn't say this and shit when fucking Mr. Morale dropped.
Right.
Or when To
Right.
Pimp a Butterfly dropped, but now the niggas saying he's the universal top guy in the league. Now he's not that good. and maybe King Los can out multi him and out rap him in a 16 bar situation. But
Yeah.
will I feel it?
Stretch that 16 bars out to 32. Then 48. Then a song.
Can
then
you
two
make
songs.
can
Then
you
an
write-
album.
Right.
Then a discography. Come on, man.
Can you write 3 verses and stay on topic? Cause you ever think about it? Sometimes niggas songs be having hooks. And the verses don't got nothing to do with the chorus.
Oh, right.
Can you stay on topic?
Right.
I listen to Kendrick and the nigga be on topic.
Which is very hard.
They be connective
to do.
threads. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not just about who can rhyme the nicest. It's about what you do with that skill set. All right, like niggas can jump high and dunk, but can you shoot? Can you face
Listen,
up?
man.
Can you play off the ball? Can you defend?
I'm gonna give you an example. You know, Biggie. Y'all all know how I feel about Biggie, man.
Absolutely.
You know, there was a song called "The Points." Deep cut. This
Yeah.
was off the Black Panther soundtrack for the movie, the Black Panther movie. And obviously it's a Black Panther movie. So the song had to be, you know, politically and revolutionarily charged.
Right.
You know, everybody else had verses that were like on theme. This motherfucker Biggie come in with, I went from construction Timbs to axe with rims. Like, bro, you didn't understand the assignment. You were supposed to be on a certain theme.
Right.
Your verse sounded hot, but you wasn't on the theme of the song, you know? And like that's something that is so lost in a lot of rappers is like, I'm gonna do, like, if that's your strength, you're gonna do what you're gonna do and do it well. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? And that's not to, obviously I'm not coming down on Biggie because Biggie's discography is a blueprint of song structure and songwriting and multiple themes and multiple topics and whatever. But that in that particular moment, it was like, bro, you didn't understand the assignment. And a lot of rappers don't understand the assignment when it comes to songwriting.
You know what? Mesito, I'm sorry to do this, but I think some of this, when artists expect to hear a certain thing, is kind of like a Lil Wayne effect. Because Wayne would bar up, but he would not be on topic. There's a lot of Lil Wayne moments where he was not talking about nothing, but he was barring up. And a lot of guys think that that's the way to do it. King Los might be sitting back like, why can't he not doing that if he's so nice? because that's not their assignment.
Wayne is like the extreme of that. That's actually a very good point. And for me, I feel like when we talk about a Kendrick, you know, this is actually a blog era point in general. Kendrick is, you know, we gotta call him the king of the blog era, right? The thing about the blog era is they came right behind. You got to remember, we're 15 years past when it started now. But the point about the blog era is that they kind of, you know, resorted to the fact that we'll never be looked at as better than the Jay-Z's and the Nas's and the Biggies. So we got to add some musicality to our shit that maybe 90s artists didn't have access to or didn't, you know, weren't thinking about when they were doing it. So when you talk about a Kendrick Lamar, the allure of him when he first was becoming a major artist was the fact that he added the Lupe, King Los type lyricism with the Kanye-like musicality and intentionality. So it was a perfect meeting point of that type of music. So in my opinion, it's like Kendrick clearly you know, he decided not to go in that direction because that was the temperament, the energy at the time. The blog era, artists like artists like Kendrick and Drake and Kid Cudi and Wale were coming off of the 4-peat, 5-peat that Kanye just ran. So it's like you gotta think about that when you're thinking about the type of music and the way these artists wanted to be heard. Just like you say, Jarv, a lot of niggas shot and failed as niggas that just pulled up and barred out and that was it. Papoose, Saigon, Murder Mook. There was so many guys, Graph, no disrespect. There was so many guys who could pull up and rap. You know what I'm saying? But the blog era and Kendrick being the supreme guy of that era, the point of that era was to add the music part, the songwriting. You feel what I'm saying?
It's almost like that whole street ball argument back in the mid 2000s where guys can play in the street, but can you put them in an NBA environment? Can they hoop? Can you make a song? That was an argument in the mid aughts. Like a lot of guys nice, but can you make a song? J.R. Wright, another guy in that argument. Guys, it was just nice. But can you make a catchy hook? Can you rhyme and stay on topic and not sound uncomfortable doing it? Because Saigon had the biggest rollout and he was wild nice. But like the songs, when you think about Saigon songs, like what is the Saigon song that really moved you? What is the Graph song that really moved you? Murder Mook, amazing, all-time great battle rapper to this very second. But like when you put him in that environment, 15 tracks, 3 verses, because now we in the lazy era. 3 verses.
Right.
Can you do, let's say 15 tracks, 3 verses, or let's say you do your intro. So let's say 14 songs, 3 verses each. Good hooks, topical storytelling. Can you do it? A lot of these guys in that era, they couldn't do it. You know what I mean? And it's like, you can't keep, because now it just feels like to bring it home, I think Sin talked about it, you talked about it. It's like y'all sit back there, peer to peer, and it's like, but I was nicer than him.
Yeah.
You know? You put me in a room with this guy and we rap, I'm out rapping him. What difference does that make if you can't move millions of people? This is why you need posse cuts. This is why the posse cut back in our day was important. Because it really set a certain template of like, all right, yeah, he might cut Style Speaker, get Jay on Reservoir Dogs. Okay, SP make a blueprint. So we can have these moments and these measurables.
Right.
When's the last time we got a good posse cut from Elites? We don't even get that no more.
Conversation we need to
One
have,
Train,
man.
maybe?
Possibly One Train.
Jesus Christ.
Shouts to Hit
How old
Boy.
is that?
20. That's 2012.
12.
Yeah, 13 maybe. I think ASAP's first album dropped 13. Yeah, 2013, man.
We need those. We need that.
Yeah.
If you feel a way about an artist or you feel like you better than him, get on the record. Bar up. That used to be a staple of our
Wait, when
era.
was Control?
Oh, same year.
Same year.
We
Damn, 2013, the death
Last
of
year, the posse cut.
the posse cut.
now you get him.
Kendrick killed it.
So let me ask you this again.
Can you hurt my guy's
Facts.
feelings, man?
We going off topic again, but let's get into it because you know what? In this era, we're getting more artists that are doing collaborative efforts. 2 rappers get together, they do a little tape together. We're getting that more than ever before. There was times when we used to fantasy book, like, yo, wouldn't it be dope if such and such got together and did an album, thinking it would never happen. Now it's more likely to happen.
Right.
Would you prefer a more, matter of fact, let me rephrase it. Would you prefer an era where there's more posse cuts, or do you prefer this era where rappers are more likely to just do little 2-man projects together?
Nah, I like the posse cuts, man.
You want to bring back?
I want to bring back.
Make posse cuts great again.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
100%.
gonna go with the posse cuts too because there's only a couple duos that actually stand out to me that decide to work together. You know, I'm not counting producers because that's almost a cheat code, right? I'm a rapper and
No, I'm talking about rappers. The rapper producer
yeah.
tapes. That's no.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think there's not really a lot of them that have chemistry, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna go with the posse cuts.
I clean sweep. We need to get back to that. I think now that we're getting back to, because for a long time too, like lyricism wasn't important. It was just about vibe music and shit like that, and nobody trying to shine. But as we are now getting into an era where there's more balance across the board, if you feel so strongly about it, get on the record
and reach over into like a different landscape. You know, like if you're in the mainstream and you feel like you got bars like that, reach into the overground space. You know, pull a Conway into a posse cut. See what happens.
See what hot.
You know,
Conway.
Niggas giving J. Cole a lot of credit for doing that record with Benny and out rapping him, but I'm like, do that shit with Conway.
You know,
do that with Ransom. Let's keep proving it. Don't tap dance around it. Get in that realm.
I still remember when
you mentioned Cannabis. Cannabis was getting on songs with everybody.
When Special Delivery remix was ringing off,
tried to get rid of me,
and they got Ghostface on it. I was like, Ghostface? Word?
Y'all must be kidding me.
Shit. That's what y'all want? Y'all want that problem? All right.
Fun fact, senior year of high school, you said, y'all must be kidding me. We had like a whole fake rap crew beef and shit. Yeah. So I
had we lit this rap shit, yeah.
2002 Canarsie High School, if you know, you know. You know what I mean? And we had our crew, and then we had we were all friends in real life, let's be clear. But we had our little crew, and they had their crew. They was called Buck 50. They was like big D Block fans and shit. We were Rockefeller fans. And we made a song on a Special Delivery week called You Must Be Kidding Me. And when you said that shit, it reminded me of that. Yo, one day we cut class. I think we left after like 6th or 7th period. And we went to our man's crib, Hollywood. Shout out Hollywood. He's still making music out in where's he at? I think he's in Tennessee right now. You know what I mean? He's still doing this thing. But he had the whole set of Fruity Loops, early, yes, bro. Fruity Loops, early era Pro Tools, the mic. He was dead ass about this music shit. And we all went to his crib, laid the record. His mom came through. His mom's Guyanese came through. Everybody come out the house. Because there was like 8 niggas in the crib. Like kicked everybody out the crib. But we had the CD, we had everything done. We dropped it the next day.
Oh shit!
Them. They hopped on the I forgot what beat they. It was one of them D Block beats. They hopped on and they responded back. We was really living this shit.
That's kind of hard. I ain't even gonna lie.
Making real CDs, bro.
That was the era because like, and I just seen somebody tweet about like, yo, shouts to the producers that made producing on in DAWs hot instead of having to have like the MPCs and all that SP1200s.
I haven't heard DAWs in years.
That early 2000s. The cracked version of Fruity Loops. Shit, that was an era right there. Man. That's what got Ninth Wonder on. You know what I mean?
Fruity Loops. That beat, making beats.
Because now you ain't have to go out and spend like $2,000 on.
Did you ever try to make a beat on Fruity Loops?
I cracked FL. Not back then. I cracked FL Studio, which is the newer name of it. Like a few years ago, I looked at it. I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this.
That was the most confusing software to use. I probably successfully made one loop, not a beat, not a beat, a loop.
I'm a Pro Tools. I've been a Pro Tools and Logic guy, but recently, Ableton Live is something different, man. That shit is a cheat code.
I got an approach when I was
that producer talk. Sin might as well be talking French right now.
Ableton Live is crazy.
When I went to IAR, the whole program was based on Fruity Loops. So they broke down the whole. They taught us how to sample everything. They had a whole curriculum of how to be a producer at IAR. They wasn't bullshit. It was expensive as fuck, but they wasn't bullshit. You know, IAR. If you know, again. I was in that bitch right there on University Place, and they taught you how to cut samples, speed it up, slow it down,
Niggas
make
really
whole
live this rap
shits,
shit.
record niggas and all of that. You know what I mean? But that I learned during my time that this is not what I want to do. Because you could, I met guys in there, they pick it up, eat this is their thing.
Yeah.
Or they was already using it, and they just went to IER for the connections. And I'm like, all right, damn, I'm coming from the ground up. I'm like, this is not for me, bro. But I was able to do it, but I'm like, this is not who I want to be in the future and shit. But yeah, man, that was fun. Shout out Fruity Doops, shout out all them niggas, man. Maceo taking me back a lot of years.
Listen,
But yo, we gotta
it's sin, really.
shit, that too.
Also, quick correction, because I said Black Panther, the Black Panther movie. Just for you young heads out there, I'm not talking about MCU, Marvel, Black Panther. I'm talking about in the 90s.
Right.
There was a movie about the Black Panther Party. It was actually called Panther, not Black Panther. Right. So I just wanted to correct that. I just wanted to be clear about that.
Well, actually,
They're gonna be talking about how was Biggie on the Black Panther soundtrack. What are you talking about?
Well, actually, she's quite pretty to me.
Yeah, I mean, fuck out of here, man. Well, let's move on. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the hype button if you can. Again, if the hype button is not there and you're watching this after it's streamed live or premiere, I should say, don't report it. You probably just don't have access to the hype button.
That's it.
For those who have access to the hype, swipe left in the comment area, hit hype. For those who don't, just relax. One day you'll get your chance to hit the hype. But right now, it's not your time yet. Blame YouTube, don't blame us. There's been a lot of talk about Drake being, quote, Ja ruled.
Yes.
Right.
It's been a lot of talk, you know, and I've said a lot of things. Sincere has said a lot of things.
For sure.
I've talked.
I've seen Maceto's been very politically correct on the podcast. But I see his tweets.
Yes, sir.
And it's like he's
still on the team.
He's still very
he's still
OVO.
Fighting the quote unquote good fight.
It's a word that he uses often. He says noticing.
Yes, sir.
A lot. And true story, off the record, like I hit him on the side because I was like, yo, I'm seeing some things and this is interesting. So the whole talk about Drake being finito, and I've said this. I said, let me look at the numbers. So I got my Mase on. I got to look at some data up so I could know, like, why are Drake fans so belligerent when we say that he's kind of toast out here?
Right.
Why are they so confident? Why is academics saying Drake is going to sell 500K first week? Like, where does this confidence come from? So I got to doing my Googles and I looked up some numbers, something I never do. You know what I mean? I look at the charts. I like to feel the pulse. But I said, let me get into my data again. Let me be Maceo. You know?
Let's do it.
So I'll pull up, you know, Spotify streams.
Okay.
At the time of this recording, of the newest records from Drake, Nokia is in his top 5 currently.
Bots. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Near 916,000 streams per day.
No.
Which
Nokia is a bang.
Which one is currently number 11 all time, mind you, on daily streams? Which one with Central C has about 652,000 streams daily? What did I miss? 465 daily streams. So I'm like, wait a minute. And this is all within its top 21 daily. Like if people who wake up and they listen to Drake, these are the songs that they listening to. Of course, you got like the classics of One Dance and the Headline, shit like that. We know that. So it's like, how dead can he be if 3 new records are in his top 20 daily spins all day? Then I went over to Kendrick Lamar just to get an idea. So now we know Kenny's on fire right now. You got Luther. Luther, as far as his new shit goes, 1.4 million a day. But you can say 1.5, quite frankly. Like he's eating. Not Like Us is 1.2. TV Off is 911. Like That, which is a features, 556. But Squabble Up is at 432. So he's doing his thing. But it was like, all right, these are comparable numbers. Like I thought the divide would be much wider, if you will. Then I went to the albums. GNX daily streams is 3.9. Newest shit. Some Sexy Songs for You, 3.4 daily streams, million for both. So I'm like, as much as we keep saying that Drake is dead or Drake is Ja Rule, the data is telling me that this race, while Kendrick is winning, it's far from over. This is not my opinion. This is what the data is telling me, people. Don't kill me. Don't throw the tomatoes. I'm just telling you what the data told me. Masito, you've been doing a lot of noticing.
I have.
Is this because you've been aware of this data for the entire time?
I have been aware of the data, Jarv, and
Okay.
I can't lie. I'm kind of waiting for the shoe to drop a little bit.
Are you waiting for Iceman to drop?
I'm
Is that
sorry.
what it is?
Yeah, we waiting for Iceman. We waiting for the new tour. Listen, Jarv. Some avalanches you can't stop, and Hurricane Kendrick is the one that you just gotta wait out. But just like you say, Jarv, if you look at the data, which is a great man once said, "Men lie, women lie, numbers don't."
Oh, shout out Jigger.
Hash to the salute to the ER himself.
Jigger man, you heard?
Listen, and it's true. Listen, that's one thing I'm glad you said, Jarv, was that yes, Kendrick is leading the race, so we don't want to act like
Don't lose the plot.
That's why a lot of people end up throwing Club Paradise's opinion
Club
to the
Paradise
side.
hates me.
Yeah,
And
they barely like me.
and then I was like, why are they so loud? Because I used to confidently feel like, why they so mad at me? I'm just saying what's obvious. Then I look at the data, I'm like, you hit the roach a few times, but he on his back, them legs are still, you know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying.
It might turn back over.
You never listen. All you gotta do is give it a little nudge. That's
You know what I
it,
mean?
Jarv. You know what I mean? A little bit of water, a little bit of sewer water comes out.
Facts.
We right back walking. You feel
Back
me?
alive and shit, nigga.
You feel me? So that's the thing, right? If you look at these Billboard charts every week, you see, GNX,
Out of here.
a few, 50K this week. Sexy Songs for You, 43K this week. The race numbers wise is still there, and they just like you say, Jarv, they want to pretend like he's dead. You know what I mean? If he's dead, then what are the rest of these guys? 6, 7 apparently. You know what I mean? That's for the kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, Jarv. For me, I'm kind of just waiting for the shoe to drop. I seen when Academics made the 500K prediction. I'm kind of on board with that. I seen Jarv debated it a little bit.
I said 345.
345. I think that Drake is finally going to get into the, they're not bundles anymore, but they're kind of sort of bundles. The different album covers, I think Drake is finally gonna indulge.
Taylor
He's gonna do
Swift
the Taylor Swift?
Yeah, he's gonna do this Swifty, man. Come on, she runs the game. Suge Knight of the game. You feel me? Travis
shit.
Kelce is Pac. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she running around like she
Goddamn.
Pac because
$4 million in the first
who gonna
week.
stop her?
Not us.
What? Matter of fact, I'm sorry, mate.
Let's cook.
I'm sorry, Sin. I'm usurping the rotation
What's
right
the
now.
word?
Why hasn't a rapper got Taylor on the record yet? What are we waiting for?
Kendrick did. Long time ago.
Really?
He was on her record, right?
Oh, he was on her.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
So I remember when
bring her to the ghetto.
Joe Budden thought that she should have been on
look,
Luther
This is
instead of SZA.
I mean, shit.
Yo.
it pains me to say
Statistically,
this.
when it comes to the soul of Luther, no, you can't have Taylor on there.
It pains me to say this, but in today's landscape, this is a time when a Taylor Swift doesn't feel the need. Doesn't like. Why would she agree
But
to
for
do?
the art, though.
I think Taylor would get if Kendrick called Taylor.
The right
and said, I want you on the
rapper could
song,
get her.
He could get her.
Don't let Jay-Z come out of retirement and get Taylor.
He could get her.
I don't even.
So one of you young niggas
first of
better
all,
go get Taylor.
I don't even want to see that. I honestly don't want to see.
You
that.
want
I
Taylor
don't,
on a little hook
I-
in the bridge?
on no rapper song. Absolutely not. Fuck out. This
so you
isn't
didn't
even
like
just a
the-
Kendrick thing. I don't want her on no rap records.
So if Kenny got Taylor
No. Fuck out of here.
You know,
on some Ebony and Ivory shit.
Oh,
Nah? You don't think that would be
get
good?
the fuck off my lawn. And I would call it out. Mark my words. If that happens, I'm
Our
coming on this
differences
podcast and I'm
makes us
kicking
the
Kendrick
same.
and Taylor off my lawn if they do that.
Why?
'Cause fuck
What if
Taylor
it's
Swift,
fire?
bro.
What if it's fire?
What if it's
Taylor
fire?
Swift and fire to me doesn't. That's an oxymoron to me, honestly.
I can't say I
Taylor
listen to
Swift
no. To be
getting
honest,
her little, you know what I mean, little crip walk in the video.
Oh my
with this,
God.
they just put her with the champagne glass at the Grammys.
Imagine if you get Taylor to come to Compton
You
and
just
throwing
made
up
my
some
stomach. You just made my stomach turn, bro.
shit. This is how you do it?
Dead ass.
Is it like this? Is it like this? Yeah, you don't think Taylor? You know what I mean?
Long back ass motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here.
I
Damn,
appreciate
Sam,
her in the
her
long
back,
back
it's
in
all
the
the back
BBL
shit,
universe. I appreciate a long back. You know.
Shout out Travis Kelce, boy.
Listen,
But
he don't play by his billions. You heard?
niggas be killing Travis when they go his hair change. But Travis keep the fade in the bed for the season. But when he in the
Listen,
offseason, he gotta get, you know what I mean?
Listen,
He gotta play his role. When he not the breadwinner in this relationship, he gotta play his role.
what's he on his Stedman, bro? You know what I mean? He got the
Listen.
white, you know.
Hello.
He got to husband it up. You
Listen.
feel
This
me?
is where, and I don't again put the
Cause-
tomatoes down. This is where you need a guy like not him specifically,
Right.
but a curator like Puff Daddy. Puff will find a way to get Taylor Swift on the record.
Puff
Taylor
will
Swift on
find
the
out. Whoever decided, ODB and
record. Where's
Mariah
West
Carey
Side Gun?
works.
West Side
Where-
with some fucking Taylor.
I was about to ask, whose record would you want Taylor Swift on?
Shit, West Side Gun. Fuck it.
ODB and Mariah Carey. Before that, would you have thought that worked?
Peak ODB literally
But
got
that-
on Mariah, nigga.
Nah. You have a point there.
Me and
But this was
Mariah
before we
go
knew
back like babies a pacifier.
How real Mariah was.
Right. Maybe Taylor's real. We don't know.
Yeah, but to the public, see, we didn't know until like 2001. That song came out in what, 96?
95.
We didn't know until 01 that Mariah Carey was a nigga. We didn't know until 01 that she's running around with Rockefeller niggas like one of the biggest niggas, like nigga. You know what I mean? We didn't know.
That. This
That
is
shit
Tommy
blew my mind.
Mottola
Yo, you know how
era.
fucked up I was when I found that out? I said, Mariah? Huh?
Running around with Cam and the dips.
It was one time she was doing an interview with Angie. She let it slip for like a second.
Yeah.
Like the veil came off. I said, oh shit. Because I read it like, I think it was a source. It's still a source because XXL wasn't popping like that.
Right.
Yet. They was there, but they was there.
Shout out to 2T.
And they was in the source saying, Mariah be running around with these niggas. I'm like, Mariah Carey?
Nah, that's hilarious because I remember Mariah Carey from like the first Vision of Love. And then she had that song Someday and she was in a video doing the worst running man I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, yo,
That's
she
T-Swifty
can't be
vibes.
running.
Niggas was like, Mariah be with Hov and these niggas in the club. She's a nigga. Then she did the interview with Angie and it slipped out for a second. Out. My whole childhood was ruined. But you think about it now, of course she did the song with Old Dirty.
Right.
She resonated
Right.
with the guy.
Yeah.
So if Old Dirty Bastard at 95 could link with Mariah Carey, there is a ride bet I could get with Taylor Swift.
You ever read the story about that day?
Nah.
The video shoot.
I feel like I heard it, but I don't remember it.
If you,
Some shit where he had like the craziest day ever to get to the video.
yo, this is the wildest, most hilarious story I've ever read in my life.
Shit.
Look it up
There's
after
a
we
lot
get
of
off.
wild ODB
Mace,
stories. Shout out to
I'm
the
sorry
LL
that I
story.
jumped in because I feel like a rapper should get with Taylor Swift. But yeah, you're saying that you're waiting in the weeds
Yes, sir.
for the sixth guy to reclaim the throne.
We are. You know what I mean? And you know, numbers wise, listen, impact wise, numbers wise, talk wise, it's still there. If for a lack of better, there's just not any competition. Kendrick, you can say past him. You know, Young Boy is charging the conversation. After that, who? Not Jermaine Cole. You know what I mean? We got the real J. Cole in our comments. Shout out to Jeremy Cole. Jermaine is not in the conversation anymore. So for the pure fact that there's not a lot of people that, you know, move the needle like that, then of course you look at the fact that didn't they just release at the time of this recording, I think is, you know, right around Drake's birthday, he just got all these certifications, right? Doesn't he now have 15 diamond records? You telling me that a guy with an album worth of diamond records is not anticipated? You tell it. And Jarv, I'm glad you made a mention because the quickest thing that people always go to is just the catalog. It's the catalog. It's the catalog. The catalog that y'all at the same time tell me is terrible and repetitive. But y'all say it's the catalog. I'm not that repetitive at all these streams. You know what I'm saying? Jarv, that was a good one. But I'm glad you mentioned it's the new. There's a couple new songs in there. Nokia, a song that we even the staunchest of this guy always does the same shit. Nokia was a step in the right direction.
Put an address on it.
I meant all of y'all, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Dini, you at home. I meant you too, all right? Mr. Weekend, you know what I'm saying? For me, Jarv, yes, the interest is there. People are waiting for it. It's really the antics. It's really the BS. It's really the shit surrounding Drake that has him feeling like people feeling like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? We don't fuck with this guy anymore. It's fake ad pictures on balconies. It's ducklet pictures in cowboy boots.
Delilah.
You know what I mean? It's Delilah. You know what I'm saying? It's shit like that make people feel like, you know what, we are fucking sick of this guy. But when we actually get to the music, we do want to listen. We do want to hear. We do want to stream. So yeah, I got my OVO gear. I got my Noctas. You know what I'm saying? I got my owl hat. You know what I mean? We waiting.
You do not.
This is why
I don't have an owl hat, but
this is why they tried to end
I have an owl hat just like you have the STEM players. And let me have my owl hat, please. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I got my owl hat
here with the owl chain next.
You know what I'm saying? My Noctas, and we ready. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the propaganda against him was at an all-time high, not only because of the opponent he had, the bullshit he was into, and he is a corny, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's always been the case, though. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, Jarv, I am waiting for the shoe to drop. When the new album drops, we're going to have a conversation about the quality, because I'm not going to pretend that interest in sales equals quality. I'm not that shameless. You know what I mean? Close, not there. But when we talking about interest, when we talking about sales, when we talk about are the numbers going to be there? Yeah, Jarv, they not going to be lacking. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Before we pass it to Sin, let's put it on record right now.
What's the word?
In rap, sorry guys, in rap, is Iceman the most anticipated album in rap right now?
Iceman is, after Nas and Primo, Iceman is the most anticipated. I'm not
Masito's a coward. Iceman is the most anticipated album in rap, for better or, in this case, worse.
Is it really?
It is.
I don't even.
Go ahead, Sin. Cook,
think
Sin.
you really feel that.
Cooks, the floor is yours.
You know how they say Rome wasn't built in a day?
Oh, here we go.
It also didn't fall in a day. It took several centuries for that shit to fall, but the signs of it falling were consistent and ever present. And that's what we're seeing with Drake.
Okay.
Every day we're seeing a new sign of the fall of his empire, the fall of his stranglehold on the culture, on music. The excitement is dwindling. The numbers are dwindling. He's not number one anymore. Sure, is there, besides Kendrick, is there another contender that, can, vie for the same kind of numbers? Right now, no. And that's a conversation we've had for quite a while. We've talked about NBA YoungBoy. We got to pay attention to him. But numbers wise, you don't have this many numbers for this many years and just all of a sudden drop to zero. But we're seeing all the signs.
That's what Busby will have you believe.
That what? What'd you say?
Keep cooking, keep cooking. That was an undercover shot.
We're seeing all of the signs that and let's be clear about this. The numbers tell a good portion of the story. They don't tell the whole story. They never tell the entire story, right? There's a reason why when we watch sports, we look for the intangibles, because the numbers and the stats are there, but there's certain things that stats just can't capture. And right now, that's what we're seeing with Drake. Sure, he's still pulling in, some good numbers. Back when, the 50 Cent and Ja Rule thing happened, Ja Rule didn't just disappear overnight. He was we still saw him on 106 in Park. We still saw him on Rap City. We still heard him on the radio. That shit didn't happen overnight. So that's what we're seeing with Drake. It's a gradual decline. It's not happening overnight. It's not happening from one day to the next, or 1 week, or 1 month to the next, or even a year to the next. But we're definitely seeing the signs of a crumbling empire. And only time will tell for sure. But I'm pretty confident that time will show us that Drake is out of here.
So you stand firm. Data aside, Drake is toast.
Yes.
Go ahead, Mase.
I have a prediction. When this album goes #1 first week, of course, we know that, and sells, I think Academics might have undersold it a little bit. I think we might be going for about 556 first week. When it sells, the album consumption is 600K first week, far surpasses anybody in rap. What are we gonna say here? What are we gonna say, son? You know what I mean?
Say bots.
Listen, we already undergone the UMG
bots.
Rico.
We're gonna call
you know what I'm saying? The UMG Rico, you know what I'm saying, is fine tooth combed through our
600
sales,
first
you know
week
what I mean?
for Iceman.
600 first week, son.
That's
Book
not
it.
happening. That's not happening, bro.
As of today,
That's not happening.
book it. 600 first week. Academics is being bashful. You know what I'm saying? 600 first week. Iceman.
Here's what I'll say to this whole deal. Getting enlightened on the data. Because I kept seeing that Drake was, the top streaming rapper or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Between Masito noticing and this constant Spotify conversation and Drake fans essentially making it seem like we're haters for our rhetoric, I'm like, I gotta know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The data says what it says.
Right.
Nevertheless, the impact ain't the same. It's not, because Drake used to be, to me, the best comparison of Drake was what Steph Curry was like 2016, 2017, like 2014, 2015, 2016. Straight avalanche. It was almost poetic how 0 to 100 went viral at the same time as Steph was doing what he was doing. Steph Curry with the shit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that energy anymore. I was never really like a Drake hater, but I understood his position in rap.
Right.
I understood in music overall, when he comes outside, this is what it is, and you just gotta accept it. I want people to understand that this is kind of like the LeBron argument where I say like some guys fall from these little sofa here, they don't got much room for failure. Some guys fall from Mount Everest.
Mm-hmm.
Drake is falling from it. LeBron and Drake are both Mount Everest niggas to me.
Right.
So their fall off is a very long drop.
Mm-hmm.
So in the beginning, you don't notice that they're falling. I've been telling y'all Drake has been, you've mentioned it yourself. I've been telling y'all Drake has been declining for quite a while. I think
You're
it's
the first
still,
person I remember saying it. Yeah.
it's still happening. But what I will say is, and I hate to be, but since there's always on the right side of history, I just like to be accurate, and I get killed for being accurate. The rumors of Drake's demise are a bit overstated. The demise is happening. I don't think he's cooked. What I think is happening right now is that the true staunch OVO supporters are working overtime.
So I'm so
I've
tired,
seen the
dog.
tweets. I've listened to the spaces. There is a concerted effort by the OVO clan. Maybe not Mase so much. I don't know. Maybe you are. Who knows?
Anonymous.
To make sure that they run Aubrey streams up, to make sure that he stays within a certain stratosphere. I'm not making this up. I've heard it. I've seen the tweets. And I want to credit, even though I think them niggas is corny for the most part, but I want to credit OVO fans for doing what I ask other fan bases to do. I ain't gonna put an address on it tonight because I don't want no problems. But in the past, I've talked to certain fan bases and I said, if you want your guy to be in a certain space, do your job as a fan and run it up. Eventually, they figured it out. And you started seeing them say, or the face of that group, start telling them to run those numbers.
Right.
But I ain't gonna get into that today.
That's the one he was
Yeah. But because Drake is so popular, he was never gonna be like a mosquito that you just clap and is dead.
Right.
He is like the metaphorical cockroach. You gotta hit this nigga mad times. You gotta OD. You gotta wait till you see the guts come out. Pause. You know what I mean? You got because there's so many Drake fans and he crossed over so many genres that is just like, I still stand firm and I believe that he's too big to fail. He's gonna be a platinum rapper his whole life. Post Kenny, he's still gonna be platinum. To me, Drake solo, maybe the Drake collaborative projects, no. Drake the solo act will be platinum his whole career. Go ahead, Sid.
Here's my question. If you can envision that and see that, you don't think Kenny sees that too?
I'm going somewhere. Let me go.
Okay.
Let me go.
All right.
So, I believe that while yes, I don't think he's gonna do 500 first week. I said 345. I was in 2T's mentions.
Right.
2T's finally decided to make a new Twitter. I guess that's how I know 2T's be watching.
He back outside?
He made a new Twitter.
Oh shit.
Within 2 weeks of the last in-studio where we talked about 2T's in the Twitter situation, he starts a new Twitter page.
Nah, he had that already. He just got more active on it. But he followed all of us on that.
Around the same time. I just got my follow, nigga, 2-3 days ago.
Oh, what? You
yes.
Shit.
I forget, it's like Felliot Wilson or some shit like that.
Oh, that's a new one.
That's what I'm trying to show you.
Oh, copy.
He made a whole new page. You know what I mean?
2T's. What you
Or
want,
it's like
bro?
something with Elliot Wilson in it, but it's like not Elliot or some shit. But his name is in it.
Jesus Christ.
You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna be a bad podcaster. I'm gonna look this up while we're talking about it. I don't think Drake is dead. What I stand firm in and what I believe is that what Kendrick did was he just brought him down to everybody's level. Whereas for years you were like this, trying to reach the nigga. He's in the crowd now. He was above the crowd for a while. Now he's in the crowd. He's in the arena with everybody else, and you can touch the nigga now. And he's already been knocked down before. Pause. Sorry, Sam. Pause. That was crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's accessible.
Yeah.
You know? And he knows that too. The OVO fans know that too. Kendrick never made music for the masses the way Drake did. Drake cast a wide net and he brought in a lot of those people. And they're not gonna just leave like that. A lot of these niggas don't even listen to Kendrick. I don't give a fuck about Kendrick. I don't disrespect the Kendrick. But it's people who love Drake that don't love rap. So they're not looking at Kendrick.
Right.
So those people, those guys are gonna play whatever he drops. Which one? Nokia, whatever the fuck, they gonna play it. Kendrick Lamar is more of a rap artist than Drake is to me. And again, the OVO nigga's gonna kill me. But what I'm saying is that Kendrick doesn't cast as wide of a net. He's making rap music that can reach far audiences. He's not crossing genres. He's not singing. He's not hitting melodies. He's not making Afro beats. He's not making dancehall music. He's not doing all that shit. Yeah. He's making rap music. Drake, by casting that wide net, he has created a large parachute. So even if he does fall, it's going to be a nice, gradual fall. So I think that the numbers show that he's not dead. I want to give Drake that credit. I've never supported the Ja Rule argument, and I'm standing firm in that based on the data. He's not been Ja Ruled, but he's been knocked. His Q rating will never be the same. No matter what he does in the future, what Kendrick did to him, he'll never be the Drake before Kendrick. There's Drake before Kendrick and there's Drake after Kendrick. Jay-Z was Jay-Z even after Nas. Whereas I think Drake is not going to be Drake after Kendrick.
And this is where I'd like to come in. Who's to say this isn't after Kendrick? Who's to say that, as soon as Iceman drops, Kendrick doesn't drop on his head once again? You know what I mean? And this is why I pose that question. Like, if you see this and we see this, Kendrick absolutely sees this as well. You know what I mean? And if he wants to keep his spot, he's gonna move accordingly.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That was my last point, and I'm gonna throw this grenade back to y'all niggas. I think Kendrick is patiently waiting on Iceman.
Yeah.
That's what I really believe.
For sure.
That Kendrick is such a maniac that he's gonna, because he's been too quiet.
For sure.
Oh, like overly quiet in a way that's making me uncomfortable. I don't got beef with the nigga. I think that the minute Iceman drops, and we know Drake gonna say some hot shit, he gonna try to diss the nigga again. Kendrick is patient. He is the boogeyman. He is waiting for this nigga to drop Iceman, and then we gonna be right back at the war room.
Yeah,
for sure. Because I think Drake knows that Kenny is waiting on him.
That's why Drake needs this lawsuit to hit.
I know you know, and you know that I know that you know.
That's why he.
And you know that I know that you know that I know that you know.
Strategically, that's why he took the lawsuit route. Because the only way to cut Kendrick legs off is to prove that the bots was botting in his favor.
He don't want to play the long game.
he has to cut his legs off because Kenny waiting on this nigga. You don't think Kenny heard them cold shots? Like the little slash shit on some sexy songs for you. You don't think Kenny heard that?
Yeah.
He on the way again. I fully anticipate that whatever arguments that we're having, he's gonna dead them. We got 5 more, nigga.
Listen,
we never heard him.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, Nas dropped Ether on Jay's birthday, right? Yeah. Jay's retaliation was to every time Nas dropped, I'm going to drop something with my wife, something in the album, something in the studio.
We're admitting that now.
So it's, I mean, it was, it's always
okay,
been clear.
We admitting,
right?
He did
okay, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Right. So I think that even without a direct, I'm shitting on you, there is always going to be some sort of, you know, I'm gonna drop that bodies
like
record
the way
now.
that you talk, the way that you walk, the way that you dress.
Come on.
It's not gonna be subtle.
Nah.
It's gonna be very aggressive.
Yeah.
It's gonna be very aggressive, but at the same time, you know, Kendrick is a wild card. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I could equally see him coming out with some sort of onslaught, but I could also see him just kind of dropping some shit that he knows will take attention away. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I don't know how much Kendrick wants to be directly attached to him as well beyond the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very interesting conversation. Like, it's a couple interesting things you mentioned, Jarv, and I know we cooking probably past when we were supposed to be cooking, but it's a couple interesting things you mentioned, right? You mentioned that he's LeBron, and we know that even after he wasn't necessarily an MVP level player, the numbers always, to this day, the number is number for LeBron. Yeah. So that was more of my point with the Drake situation. The numbers will always number. Even if you don't feel like he's the MVP candidate anymore, the numbers will always number. And also, you know, the thing is, like, it's like y'all mentioned with you know, Kendrick, you know, waiting in the wings, and Kendrick, don't think that a part of this strategy, like Jarv said, Jarv mentioned long before this battle, yo, Drake is on a statistical slide. Drake is not as impactful as he used to be. Drake is, you know, the weakest he's ever been. Don't think that didn't have something to do with Kendrick deciding, now I'm gonna jump out the window. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very interesting thing. I'm waiting on Iceman. Kendrick is waiting on Iceman. All of y'all is waiting on Iceman, because truth be told, I get all of my Drake news from Kendrick pages, to be honest with you. They have it first. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's everybody's funny. Waiting on Iceman, to be honest with you.
Last words on this topic, Sam? Or are you good?
No, yeah, y'all comparing Drake to LeBron. And I see that comparison. You know what I mean? The numbers number. He's definitely one of the, you know, when it's all said and done, or one of the all-time greats, I guess.
I guess.
But when shit really hits the fan, when it counts, when the pressure is on, that man folds. You know what I mean? And there's things that's more important than all-time numbers. You know what I mean? There's championships. You know what I mean? There's crunch time. There's being clutch when it counts. You know what I mean? And you know, certain people have that. Certain other people don't.
Salute. At the end of the day, what's wrong with being number 2? You know what I'm saying? Like, Kendrick was fine with it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Kendrick was fine with it for 12 of the past 13 years.
What's
right? You know what I mean? What's wrong with being number 2? You know what I'm saying?
Where's Lord Jamar, man?
Jarv ain't let me land the punchline. Come on, man.
The fuck are you talking about?
That's not a punchline that we can support at the rap round table. What's wrong? You trying to shit on Kenny? What's wrong with being?
You know what I mean? What's wrong with being number 2?
I hear you. I hear you. But being number 2 after you get punched on.
The fuck are you talking about?
You know?
The fuck are you talking about?
That's not how you want to be number 2. Kenny was number 2 because Drake was just out of here. Drake ain't punch on Kenny.
Number 2 because you lost in the fight, or number 2 because you apologized in front of 52,000 of your own.
Well, that's
people.
number 3.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
That's number 2 as in a pile of shit, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
Golly. Matter of fact, where'd Jamar? Listen.
Like, who is this
when it comes to that shit,
where he come from,
Cole, unforgivable.
Keep acting like he's somebody that we need
Cole,
to
thank you for always giving me somebody to deflect to.
You know what I mean?
When the Drake slander gets too tough, I appreciate you, bro.
Hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, hit the notification bell. If you can, hit the hype button. If you haven't, hit the hype button. Stop snitching if you don't have the hype button. Just keep it moving. I digress. So now we gotta we got a situation here where I'm probably gonna upset Sincere the Rap Snob.
Oh shit!
But
what is you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I know you haven't upset me in a while. You haven't gotten a good visceral reaction out of me in a while.
Well, get ready.
Okay.
So,
Let's go.
On the rundown, it says Jarv Grenade. Walk with me. I didn't tell them what the topic was going to be about.
He did.
I didn't want them to know. I didn't want them to even assume or suggest. I just wanted to have real, raw reactions in studio because the chat deserves that.
Let's hear it.
The viewership deserves that. Walt in the cut deserves that.
Ginobili.
So we talk about the golden era a lot.
Oh shit! Jesus.
Yep.
The fuck is coming?
We celebrate the artistry from the golden era, whether it's the 90s, the early to mid 90s, or the late 90s into the early aughts. We celebrate it. We celebrate the producers.
The late 80s.
Yeah, for sure.
King.
Late 80s was the original golden era, to be fair.
Right.
You know, we celebrate the production. We celebrate all things, all inclusive. Right. You know, the Rap Roundtable has been known to not celebrate other eras so much either. So, but I got to thinking and I got to listening because I feel like when I listen to artistry now, there's certain ingredients missing. It's good, right? But there's certain ingredients that are missing. And I don't know if it's because what I came up on, what my early adulthood sounded like.
Let me sit up.
Yeah. And maybe, you know, maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
I want to just give you that disclaimer. But I believe, and I don't know how much I believe it, but I really think that now, I don't know if it's nostalgia or what, but I'm starting to believe that when the South took over in 2004-ish, 05-ish, up until, let's say, 2014, 15, because the sound of rap kind of changed after 2014, 2015. Like, shit got a little weird, you know what I mean? And it got like the over trapping that took place, and then the drill wave. It wasn't a consistent kind of sonic.
Now, can't you give me a straight answer?
I'm getting there. I'm just laying the foundation. I want to lay the foundation for y'all. But I'm fucking with
y'all. I'm the last motherfucker to say that shit.
Yeah. But the producer, I believe that when the South took over to like 2015, from 05 to 15,
right,
the rap production was the best it's ever been. I think it's better than whatever happened in the early mid to mid 90s, early aughts. I think that them Southern guys, I really believe, hold on. I really believe that they don't get enough credit because the rappers weren't the greatest. But the guys that were making the beats, they made some fire. If you listen to some of them instrumentals, they made some fire. The Tombs of the World, early Metro, early Zaytoven. Matter of fact, you know what I mean? Mike Will,
the trap say, hey,
Manny Fresh, Southside, Sonny Digital, Lex Luger.
Justice League in there?
Justice League is in there. If we just talking about beats, if we just talking about, not the rappers, if we just talking about beats, I think that era gets underappreciated because rap snobs like Sin was so harping on the bad bars that they didn't realize that in that window of time, those guys was making some of the most fire, layered beats ever. And even me, I'm guilty. I want to be clear. I'm guilty of it too. I fronted on those guys because I said, they not this, they not that, they not this. But when you go back, you listen to them beats, them guys is making some outright gas. So I think that producer in 2005 to 2015 might be the greatest era beat for beat ever.
I'm sorry.
Sincere the Rap Snob.
Say the years again?
05 to 2015.
Starting at 2005.
Yes.
Yeah.
From 05 to 15, that era,
10-year,
that sonical era is the best era in rap history.
You're
Go on.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Go on.
Man. You're absolutely like, I can't even
talk to me nice, man.
I can't even think that you're being serious. Like I feel like like this is mostly look, I know you're a fan of Zaytoven. I know you're a fan of Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
I don't know about Mike Will made it so much with you. So I know you're fans of those guys, right? So I feel like you're drawing from that appreciation of them as producers.
Okay.
But that's like 40% at the most. 60% of this has to be trolling. There's no way that you believe this.
But you don't.
There's no way.
Beat for beat.
Beat for beat, there's no fucking way that you believe this, bro. There's no way,
bro. They had some heat. All right, so matter of fact,
look. So no, because how many? Name your names, and then I'm gonna name my names.
I have a question.
Not the name. Forget that. We just said, were you listening to them beats during that time?
Name your name, because you named some names.
Specifically, I said Metro.
Okay.
Zaytoven.
Okay.
Southside. Lex Luger.
4.
You know what I mean?
Lex Luger
was tough.
Tomb.
Tomb. I'll give you
Justice
Tomb.
League.
Justice League. Hold on.
Can I ask
I'm not giving you Justice League.
Why not?
Justice League.
Where they from?
They were students.
Where they from?
The previous.
Who
era.
they
were
produced
students
for?
Of the previous era.
But who did they produce for? Where they from? All
Florida.
right.
All right. I'm not giving you Lex Luger.
All right.
Lex Luger. He had a short run. I feel like he got a raw deal from Kanye. Yeah, he had a short run, but his sound and era was not that impactful.
Fair enough.
Tomb, all right, I give you. Metro, I give you. Mike Will made it. Justice League, I guess, for the simple fact that of the region that they came from, I guess, but their sound was not that of the southern side. But anyway, whatever. All right, so let's start. Let's start with Primo.
Right.
Let's take it to RZA. Let's take it to Q-Tip.
What's your time?
Let's then take it to Alchemist.
Let's be clear. All of those guys are greater.
Let's take it to Just Blaze and Kanye. Let's take it to Bink.
You don't think that that era of Southern production gets overlooked because the rappers weren't the greatest?
No, I think that
the beats that you like might have been increased by how nice the rappers were.
No, I'll tell you what it is. From 2005 to 2015, that era that you're speaking of, there was an increase in the digitization of production.
For sure.
Right. And we talked about this earlier. We were talking about, the early years of FL Studio Fruity Loops at the time. Ninth Wonder popularizing, being one of the pioneers of using computer-based DAWs to make beats, but there was still analog gear that was involved in the process. You would sample off of vinyl and use record players and use certain mixers to sample things in. At a certain point from 2005 to 2015, we started moving away from a lot of the analog gear and started going solely digital. And there was a decline in the warmth of the sound. There was the sound started getting flatter. It started getting less round, less full. And when I look back at it, it wasn't just when I listen back to it, it wasn't just the composition of the beats and the production at the time. It was the sonics of it. It was the warmth. It was the color that was added through all of the the analog gear, all of the different SP1200s and MPCs, all the different mixers, the tube compressors, everything. Right? To the point where you and I have had this conversation where you listen back to an old 90s song that you haven't heard in decades, and you're like, yo, there was just something different about the sound at the time.
Yeah.
There was something different about the sound at the time. It was an analog sound, and it was colored by all of these different pieces of physical equipment. Everybody moved away from that, specifically in that era that you're talking about, where by the time it got into the 2010s, it was all digital. And I also remember having debates / arguments with you about the sound of production and how everything just feels flat and lifeless, and I couldn't stand it. That was the problem for me. It wasn't necessarily, part of it was also the BPMs, the composition, like it was a departure, but like the sonics of it, the texture of the sounds, the warmth of the sound, it was all missing. It was stripped away because everything was digital, and that's the problem that I have with it.
So it's a aesthetic issue more so than a.
I wouldn't even call it an aesthetic issue. It's a sonic issue. It's a texture issue.
Masito, I got you in a second. Well, I think that speaks to the regional and cultural divide, because in the South, the shit that they was making that was booming out of trunks everywhere, they loved it.
Warm in the South.
They I don't know, maybe
how we like shit that knocking has a certain BPM when we get to do that. They like big drums, bass, a certain kind of hop that just not gonna resonate with you.
They like synthetic sounds.
It's a regional thing.
I mean, sure. If you like synthetic versus like actual real sounds, then that's
Since it interrupts.
Everybody has their preference. Everybody has the freedom to have their preference. If you like synthetic as opposed to real natural sounds, right?
Depends on the sound.
I want y'all to know something. This is a glimpse into why I started calling him Sincere the Rapper. This is a small glimpse of why I started calling him that. I'm not judging him, but I'm glad that y'all get to see it.
And just in case everybody, anybody starts coming in the comments or in the chat like, oh, but they was using samplers and it wasn't real.
They was doing all the things you like. They sampled. They played with.
No. What I'm saying is this: there was the era that I love was taking. There was a connection to previous eras. There was a connection to the soul of the 70s. There was a connection to the jazz of the 50s and 60s. There was that connection to real life instrumentation and real instruments. Even though they weren't playing real instruments, they were sampling those instruments, and you felt the warmth of those instruments in the sound. When it transitioned over into solely digital sounds, all of that was stripped away and all of that was lost, right? Now, if that's the era that you came up with and that's all that you know is synthetic sounds, then sure, that's what you're going to gravitate to. But maybe you just don't know any better.
You should see. This is how we get in trouble. this is how we get in trouble.
Just called the audience.
Masito, you heard? You heard what I said. 12 to 15 producers. What they did sonically during that time clears the previous eras. Your thoughts?
I'm gonna be honest with the audience here. I'm very much comfortable sitting in the corner on my Bruce Bowen because my favorite genre of roundtable is Sin v Jarv. That's literally what I came here for. You know what I mean? I'm good being a bystander here, but I did just for the audience's sake. I wanted just some caveats for the debate here. Jarv, when you say 2005 to 2015. Do you mean just the South region, or do you mean the cumulative hip-hop beats from every region within that area?
Specifically the South.
Specifically the South. So I did want to know that. In Sin, I wanted to know when was the area of time you were arguing for 95 to 05? Is it 93 to 03? Is it 1990 to 2000.
He just said the previous era.
I'm saying that
anything before.
I'm saying 05 to 15 clears everything before it.
Everything.
So I'm just saying everything.
So then you
before
arguing for
05.
like 30 years or 20 years.
Sure.
All right. So that's really what I wanted to know. You know.
And since you asked that question, right? I'm very, very well aware of the evolution of sound from the 80s into the 90s. I'm very well aware that like in the 80s, it wasn't as much sampling. There was a lot of reliance on, machines like the TR-808, which was the originator of the 808 sound that like became so hugely popular decades later. But then, there was an evolution. To me, there was an evolution from the time when, it's all about the lack of resources, right? So when hip hop emerged, it was about a lack of resources. And then they realized, we have these turntables, we have this equipment, we can make music just with machines. If we don't know how to, play instruments because we didn't have a chance to learn how to play instruments and there was no music programs in the hood, we could still make our music.
So you don't give Zaytoven credit for playing them church organs?
Hold on. So then, but then at some point, it started realizing we have this immense world of music that we can sample from and transfer that real life instrument energy into the modern era, right? To me, if you're saying Zaytoven played real organs,
He did.
Okay, sure.
He did, like legit. He played this shit.
All right. But what I'm saying
You
is
give
that
Just Blaze credit for live drums, but not Zaytoven.
what I'm saying is that from 05 to 2015, Zaytoven and his organ notwithstanding, there was a
Yo,
Just in case, you know what I mean? We need Dave Dash's teeth to be staying in when he's watching,
spit the whole shit out.
Shit.
Fuck did he just say?
A grown man shouldn't be talking about another man's organ.
Yo. Oh man. What I'm saying is that, that time period in that era, there was a decline of actual organic sounds. It was all digital sounds. That's what I'm saying.
But they cool, but them digital sounds was gas. Mesito, as you were.
And no, cause I feel much. If we just talking about the South, it's hard for me to say it's better than everything beforehand. That's why I wanted to know if you was talking about all of hip hop from 05 to 15
I think
on
the
a
producers
production
carried
level.
the rappers.
I think because
That's true.
I think about
That's 100%
I'll take
true.
that.
albums like Thug Motivation 101 completely relied on the production. You know what I'm saying?
Let's say 04 then. Fuck
That's 05. This what I'm saying.
So 05?
Yeah, 101
You're
was
right.
05.
You're
You know
right.
what I mean? When I think about American Gangster,
That Bad Boy shit was 04. The Boys in
the
the Hood.
Boys in the Hood. When I think about American Gangster, when I think about, what's the other record I'm thinking of? When I think about DS2, there's certain records that I'm thinking about completely just American Gangster not one of those. That had lyricism as well. But some of my favorite production
Say
on
Hello,
albums
though?
all
Ain't that
time.
Tomb?
Say Hello. Say Hello is Tomb. So that's what I'm saying. If we're talking about the era from 05 to 15, regardless of region, if we're just saying about the production from 05 to 15 was because then we're talking about Kanye's production during that time. We're talking about Just production at that time. We're talking about Alchemist production at that time. When we're talking about just that era from an entirety of hip hop standpoint, I'm kind of willing to get on that hill too. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you.
What year did that Lemonade joint by what's his name? Gucci Man.
Gucci, that was 20. Oh, Lemonade had to be 2015, 2016, something like
Lemonade
that.
was 20. Nah,
That
that
was 2013.
Lemonade? That was way
Lemonade.
earlier.
That was what, 2009.
Lemon
Yeah, 2009. Because that was his Mariah Carey era when they dissed Eminem.
Wow.
Now, if I could chime back in.
Yeah, for sure.
The other problem I have with this argument is
Trap star?
No, like
Rodeo by
you said,
Travis.
So you made the statement. The producers were carrying the rappers at that time, right? That's my other problem with this.
Oh boy,
is that the age of the super producer, right? At a certain point, hip hop became more focused on having the greatest, grandest, most grandiose beat and just throw whatever fucking bullshit lyrics over it or whatever sing-songy hook over it and just call that a hit, right? I am more concerned with laying the proper soundscape for a rapper to get his bars off, for there to be like an even 50-50. You know what I mean? When you hear Wu-Tang, right? RZA with
wrong,
Raekwon and Ghostface and Method Man. You know what I mean? When you hear Primo and Nas, those are two goats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you hear Just Blaze and Hove during that Rockefeller era, two goats, two craftsmen at the top of their craft. You know what I mean? And meeting each other at the top. Pause if applicable. But that whole era that you talking about, it was like, all right, let's just make whatever car rocking, bass heavy beat.
That's why I said you was talking about rap. I'm talking about the beats.
Right, exactly. But what I'm saying is, it became too beat focused.
No, for sure.
Beat focused.
I'm with you on that. Just to be clear, we are on the same side when it comes to the rapping of it all. Terrible. But I think that the producers, because the rapping was so bad, the producers get overlooked because we were so focused on the rap. But then if I hear like a Make It Rain, you know what I'm saying?
But I think the better production,
starting like my daddy.
But I think the better production is the production that gives a good MC space and room to do what they do, instead of overpowering the rapper.
Kanye made You Can't Tell Me Nothing with Toomp, nigga.
Not with Toomp. That
was a Toomp beat.
Made that.
You know what I mean?
So you know B was released in 05.
Who?
B. One of your favorites.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That was the counterculture.
But he's not counting Kanye.
I would never talk about
the South.
Kanye's from Atlanta.
I'm just saying, like, a lot of these guys, a lot of these guys made some fire beats that us New York elitists ignored because the rapping was bad. But when I go back and I listen, I'm like, these beats were amazing.
Right.
They were gas, and it carried a era of rap that was even the early futuristic shit. When you hear "Pull Up With A Stick," let him hit. That beat is fucking fire.
The beat that's in my mind is Fuck Up Some Commas.
Fuck up some commas.
That's the beat that's in my
Hold
mind.
on. Fuck Up Some Commas was fire.
One of the best
Trap
beats ever.
niggas.
That was hard.
Ever.
That was hard. Now, matter of fact, it
T.I. was rapping
just hit
over.
me now. I remember having a.
You don't know me.
We had an early group chat before.
What you know about that?
The podcast even exist. What you know about that was good.
Come on, it was some shit.
What you know about that was good. That was also Toomp.
Yeah.
That was also
Shouts to
Toomp. Toomp. Yeah, Toomp.
He carrying
The
right
beats from that. Sid started to piece the puzzle.
No. If you want to say, if you want to just say Toomp, that's cool. Just Toomp. I'll give you that.
He not jacking Zaytoon. That's what it is.
It's definitely not no Lex Luger.
Yeah, I mean,
He about to fight you over that Lex Luger
made it the
shit.
fuck out. He made Humble though.
All right.
So, all right. But no, I remember the early group chat that we had even before. I feel like it was even before the podcast even
Long
started.
before there was a pod, yeah.
And I remember throwing this conversation into this group chat, like, yo, y'all don't get tired of hearing the same sounds on all these beats? No. The same 808s, the same hi-hats, the same sonics on all these beats? And I remember you telling me, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, these beats. And I'm like, no, but like, there's no warmth to any of it. It's just
Can I
all
be
the
devil's
same
advocate?
flat sounds.
Can I continue being devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
For the same way, and I'm speaking for the South now. I'm in Southern people's business. The same way you could say, aren't you tired of the 808s or the sameness of it all? There's a person in the South hearing some mid-tempo, sped-up sample shit saying, aren't you tired of the sped-up sample, slow boom bap?
No, because we made this shit. We made
See,
it.
now you changing the argument.
We made this shit.
We talking about consumption. We're not talking about who started it.
We made this shit.
All right, you right. I'm just saying, history will look back in about 100 years from now, and they will look back fondly on that era of Southern rap with them sounds. They're gonna be like, "Yo, this shit was hard." It's gonna be some nigga looking through some rubble and shit and be like, "Yo, this was some guys. Who's this Zaytoven? What the fuck is this Zaytoven? He was in the church. He had church organs make rap beats. Early Metro."
Basic melodies, basic chord progressions.
But you know what?
Basic.
What made it work? See, you're right. What made it work, though, and this is why, I think I've had this argument in the past. Because we're not from the South, we didn't get it. But those producers were basically sonically representing what those regions sounded like. And to me, what's more hip hop than that? They you know what I mean? They was real. All the producers making shit that sounded like where they was from.
Let me let this go before I really offend people, man. I'm gonna.
So yeah,
You got it.
Macy,
You got it,
you get the final word on this.
You got it, Jarv.
I'm just gonna say, well played, Jarv, as devil's advocate. Keanu and Al Pacino level. But
I
don't
told you I was
think
gonna
it's
piss
that-
him off today.
Listen, that's what we here for. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for. But I don't think it's as crazy as an argument. Listen, the golden era is the golden era, right? But I think there was the combination of rhymes and beats is so incredible in the era that we grew up on that it makes us just overly kind of look down on the era that Jarv is talking about. I think what Jarv is trying to do is highlight that this era, at least, even if we gonna say the rap was repetitive, people weren't rapping, the beats were incredible, bro. A lot of them beats were crazy. The shit that T.I. was rapping over, the shit that Jeezy was rapping over, the shit that Ross was rapping over. Even when you get to the blog era, you know what I mean? Kendrick's first album falls under that. Drake's best music falls under that era. There's a lot of shit, you know what I mean, that needs to be highlighted. And I kind of agree with Jarv on that level. Like,
Pop that,
it wasn't all ass, you know what I'm saying? Shouts to Meg The Stallion, she dropped
You
today.
was outside shaking your shoulders when that song dropped, nigga.
Come
Don't
on,
do that.
man.
Yeah, I was absolutely in the strip club. Shit, I was in the strip club today listening to that.
Come on, son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look
I had some time to kill.
hustling.
You know what I
You
mean?
need some wings.
Matter of
you
fact, we got a new follow, right? On Instagram.
We might. I didn't check.
Yeah.
It was a little harlot.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it.
Salute Sin.
Sincere. Nigga was at the strip club with the sun or something. This guy's degenerate. It's the worst type of guy.
No. It's different. It's it's
was
October into November. Like it gets dark early. You know what I mean?
Nigga was happy hour cheeks.
And then pulled up to the fire like, what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Wait,
Don't worry about that
I
glitter
wash
you
my
see.
hands, all right.
You know what I mean? Don't worry
I
about
wash my
that
hands,
glitter.
relax.
Rose
I'm good.
hustling every day. I'm hustling. Come
Come
on,
on.
the beats was guys.
That's the street runners. They had some shit.
The
too.
runners. Clap and revolve
Clap
them.
and revolve. Money on my mind. Like, come on.
Money on my mind.
Boy, come
That's one of my
on.
favorite beats. When that shit come on, son, you kidding me?
That shit make you want to punch a nigga in the chest.
I'm
bro.
willing to fight all you 90s fatigue
I ain't
pants
shit.
wearing niggas.
I didn't even mention
on this
Havoc.
one.
I didn't even
Boot
mention Havoc.
cutters.
Shook One's Part 2. We just talked about Shook One's
No,
Part
it's
2.
fire. All I'm saying is
Greatest
that
beat of all time.
but
I'm
that's
saying
why I
it.
wanted
On
to
wax.
be clear.
Yeah.
By saying one is great, I'm not saying one isn't good. I think it's all great. But I think that because the rappers were so mid during that time, we overlooked how gas those beats were. If you just put on some instrumentals and just listen to the beats, and it wasn't just loops, it was layers, nigga. Various sounds. They was really cooking.
It was.
Now we getting loops. To bring it full circle, when at the top of the segment, I was like, it's getting a little lazy. We just getting some loops. We not even getting layered sounds. We not getting that random instrument that come in and be like, yo, what the fuck? Where the fuck that came from? It's just a loop, nigga. We not getting gas how we not eating how we used to eat with the beats.
Nah. It's just that them niggas was wasting beats on niggas like Young
So
Jock.
I'm lying, son?
You know? Now? Right now? Nah.
I'm saying we got.
I'm
Shit,
not,
Hip Boy and Alchemist just dropped today.
they
man.
just two niggas. I'm talking about the overall space. Even the no-name producers had to have layers to their shit. Now, a motherfucker wake up and just drop a loop and he the next hot producer.
Right, man. Salute to drums, my nigga. God damn.
Salute to drums. You're right.
All right, quick second before we wrap up, because we've talked a lot more than I thought we would tonight.
Yeah.
I thought we'd have been out of here by now.
We
I'm not gonna
chatting.
lie. You know what I mean? I was on my way to the city listening to satellite radio.
What's the word?
And R&B artist Miguel was getting interviewed by Sway. And the conversation came about like taking a break and how dangerous that is for artists in this climate to disappear for a bit. Because unlike before, when you get fame in the past, you could disappear for 2-3 years, come back. You just pick up where you left off.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, if you take a break, it's almost like you're starting from the bottom. And I thought that was an interesting conversation because it got me to thinking about Doechii and Joe Budden's comments about Doechii, where like she's out here doing shows, so she's not in front of your face with the music, but she's on tour doing her thing.
Right.
But because she's not in your face with music, you tend to believe that she's not doing anything, or her success was inflated because you're not hearing about her anymore. Meanwhile, she's in packed venues doing her thing. We might have to add Doechii to that arena conversation from earlier in the podcast. We'll see later on.
We'll see.
But like, she might be another artist we got to add to that list. So
Nah, she festival
she's festival level right now.
festival level.
Okay. So when I it got me to thinking, it's just like, why are fans and media like so fickle? You know, like and I asked this to Sin and Mase, can artists really take breaks anymore? Or do artists have to work harder now because of the internet? Can they take breaks? Can they just stay out the algorithm? Like, where are we at with this shit? Are fans fickle, or we just been programmed to believe that you have to be active at all times? Because even Kendrick is suffering from that this year a little bit, feeling like he needs new music to stay, quote, in the algorithm.
It's look, coming off the heels of having lost D'Angelo is a very interesting conversation to have because that motherfucker released 3 albums in 3 separate decades. And if he would have released another project in this landscape, people would have rushed it regardless. Like there's a level, there's a level of artistry,
the real human level.
There's a level of execution that you have to achieve, right? I don't want to throw around the genius word a lot, right? Because not everybody could be that level of genius, but there is a level of artistry and execution that I think you have to achieve to be able to take breaks like that, right? To be what's the word I'm looking for? To be anyway. There's in today's artist landscape, you know what I mean? Like we were just talking earlier about somebody like Tyler, who I would have thought would be like out of here by now, numbers wise. Like I see her all the time on the timelines. She's doing all of these shows and festivals. She's beautiful, hit songs, can move. She has all the makings of a star. Why it hasn't really, connected for her, I don't know. I'm not tapped in enough to be able to make that assessment. But to be able to take some time off away from the limelight, away from the algorithm, and then come back and hit just as hard, you must have had delivered in a way that people had just not seen before or not felt before, otherwise, and there's only a select few that can do that. Everybody else, if if a Redman back in the day had to drop, every 2 to 3 years, then you got to drop every, 6 to 9 months now. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, a Nas could stay, and then, I'm really not trying to compare, Nas and Redman like that, but a Nas could stay away for like 3 years and then come back with Stillmatic, 2 to 3 years, and then come back with Stillmatic and is gonna hit. You have to be of a certain level of artistry and execution to be able to be awarded that sort of, that sort of time to take off. Otherwise, you gotta grind out here, man.
Sin is cooking, but I'm gonna have to say facts, y'all. You do have to stay in the algorithm in 2025. That means it's time for your shot. While I do agree with Sin that there is a ratio as far as talent to time off that you could take, that's absolutely a thing. But even when you're at the maximum level of talent, they're gonna say, where the fuck are you? Why aren't you dropping? Kendrick Lamar is the case in point. We got, one of our Fantastic Four that used to bark on him constantly about not dropping. You know what I'm saying? No matter, and even, and that's the thing, right?
Well, Dini just got over Kendrick not dropping. So.
Right, like yesterday. like when the rain hit him on his way to the concert, that's when he got over.
Hit him. It was like the end of like one of them 90s coming of age movies.
Right.
Dini, in fact, does love Kendrick Lamar. He finally got over him not dropping music.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's when he got over.
And it's not even a voiceover, it's the text. He really loves Kendrick Lamar. And he's glad that he's outside.
When he bought the shirt and they handed it over to him and it put it in his hands. That's when
right, he was really knighted by the great PG Lang. That's when he got over it.
This is what I always wanted.
You got more than a couple joints, Kendrick. But I do think that even the greatest of artists are subjected to this nowadays. Like, you speak about Doechii, right? Doechii is a person who, as soon as she left the algorithm, we all, even me, who's the OVO over here, we all admitted that the album was great. The concerts she did were great. Even the new music she was releasing were hits. And as soon as she left the algorithm, there was questions. We always ask, why does Drake do all of this goofy shit? Even though he's clearly the top selling artist within his genre, it's because he knows you got to stay in the algorithm. Even an artist like Kendrick Lamar, look at the difference in when he popped out for Mr. Morale. He just kept it music. He just kept it one way. People still complain. He popped out with it's their antics, but it's like when he popped out with the battle. That's when people were happy. When he was on algorithmic shit. It's like this era, people want drama. People want people just popping out. Like that is the truth. Even Nas dropped 6 in 3 years. You know what I mean? And then now they begging for the Primo project, like he didn't drop. You know what I mean? All quality. It's like, I think in this era, yeah, bro. Like people want more and more shit that's out. People want more content. People want you posted up. I mentioned Nas. Nas is in the news every few months. Healthcare for rappers.
Yeah.
Hip Hop 50. You know what I'm saying? Casino action. Like, in some sort of way, even if not like actual material that you put out, some sort of, media news some type of action that hits the algorithm has to happen nowadays in order for the public, in order for your fan base to be happy. Like, as horrible as it is, listen, we are the best hip-hop podcast on the East Coast, but we know not to take a few weeks off like them other niggas. You gotta stay in the algorithm, bro.
Facts.
That's the vibe. Like, that's our model.
Because plenty of times I've thought about, let's just not do a pod. And I'm like, that's a bad idea.
That's a bad look.
It's
a bad look. So unfortunately, that's just the way the game is set up, horribly as it is. And I do agree with you to a point. Like obviously, Ice Spice fell out of the algorithm. You know what I mean? Quicker than
she's working hard to get back in, bro.
She's trying.
Yeah.
She's trying. She'll fall out of the algorithm quicker than an artist that's known for their talent. But still, you know, it's just the way this game is set up. Yeah, you got to stay out there and remind people of your presence some way, you know?
That part.
That algorithm made the 15 minutes like 3.
Yo, bro.
Shit. And you know what? I feel like because we all have an understanding of what the algorithm is, I think that fans and media should be a little more responsible about what they say. That's really what I took from it. Because for Joe to be, you know, and I'm a Joe Budden guy, staunch supporter. I believe in Joe. Even when he on bullshit, I'm a Joe guy. You know what I mean? But to make that comment about Doechii, I mean, and I know what Joe did because he's a professional at this media shit. So he said it to get the conversation going. And here I am talking about it. But it's just much like when I spoke to Bomani Jones about it. Be careful what you say, because when you have a certain platform, people take your words as gospel, because there's way more people who are unlike us, who are unwilling to use Google. We'll Google some shit and make sure we do the knowledge.
Right.
There's way more people who will not use Google, even though they all have smartphones. Not like before, like back in the day, where I might have a flip phone, Sin might have a Sidekick, and you might have a fucking
BlackBerry,
a Trio or some shit, or a BlackBerry. Everybody have different phones, so your ability to just Google on the spot is not really capable. We all got smartphones, whether it's Android or Apple. We all got it, and they all come in a Google feature. Because when you search on your iPhone right now, nigga, you open Safari and you search some shit, it's default Google, nigga.
Yeah.
If you get an Android, it's Google powered.
Right.
So it's default Google. Mad niggas don't do it. They assume that because the person in front of the microphone is saying whatever, they're in the know, so their word is gospel.
Right.
So when Joe was suggesting it, because we talked about it too, is Doechii a plant or not? But he floated the conversation again. Because she's not dropping new music or she's not making headlines like that. This woman just pulled her titties out on stage 3 weeks ago. That's not headlines. You know what I mean? She was really showing titty. I'm not gassing it. No funny shit.
Nah, facts. She flashed the whole crowd.
You know what I'm saying? There was niggas who thought she was showing pussy on stage a couple weeks ago. No funny shit. Everything I'm saying sounds really raunchy, but I'm not making it up. She pulled her joints out on stage. She wore some panties that looked like it might have been them Kardashian panties that went viral recently. You saw them shit?
Possibly.
With the fur on the
I didn't even think of that.
You know what I mean? So the bush, not the fur, the bush in front of the penny, reset the simulation. You know what I mean? But she's making. But
We've gone too far.
We've gone too far, bro.
I'm done.
But because she's not making headline news, it spawned a conversation that even Punch had to answer for when they started talking about her stardom in relation to her music stats.
Right.
And I'm like, y'all gotta be careful about that, because sometimes niggas just don't want to be on the internet. Kendrick is one of the few guys to make it about Kendrick for a second that could not internet and matter. For every one Kendrick, there's mad guys. I don't even think Drake has to. I think Drake is so afraid of not being relevant. And this is not a critique of Drake, but it's more of a psychosis of Drake. I think he's more concerned about not being relevant than he feels like he has to. But I believe Drake can do what Kendrick does. I think Drake is in a space now where anytime he comes outside, he matters. There's only about a handful of artists. Taylor Swift on internet. She sell 4 million first week. What's she do on the internet? She be on Instagram? She TikTok? What's Taylor Swift do? But all right, for the people who might have the counter argument in the chat, she is on the Super Bowl dynastic team, the Chiefs. She's dating Travis Kelce.
Married.
So she gets FaceTime because the thing is, the Chiefs are a national game essentially every week.
Yeah.
So she's in that booth. They cut to her. So maybe you could argue and say she don't got an internet. But before she dated Travis Kelce, was she interneting? No. So you don't got to do it. Just don't get on there loud and wrong, is my point. Let's try to be more responsible as music fans. Let artists go through their process, go in their shows. They don't got to post some stupid shit or try to fake personalities or drop twerking videos. No shots at Meg, but Meg felt like she had to do that. Meg ass is fat.
So it's some research.
Here you go.
What?
It's an immaculate.
Nah, I seen the video already.
Meg's
I
yams
watched the video several times.
Meg's yams are immaculate. Yes.
And I went to the strip.
But
research.
But Meg's ass went from her shit crazy to a marketing tool.
Yeah.
It was an easy way to trend. Remember at one point every time Meg dropped a twerking video, it went viral. It was millions of views.
I do remember.
You don't got an internet. And I believe, maybe I'm wrong. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. I believe that if you lead with interneting, if you come out and you feel like you get a hit record or 2 bangers, and then you decide to start interneting after that, that's who you are now. You have to keep doing it.
That, yes, Jarv. Yeah.
Because to me, like, Uzi don't internet. Uzi could come outside with a hit right now. Uzi don't internet, bro.
Uzi don't internet. I don't know if he could come out with a hit right now, but
you don't think he could come up with another I Just Want to Rock right now?
Yeah.
It ain't hard for Uzi.
Yeah.
He not what he's supposed to be as far as Q rating goes, because to me, he was on the same trajectory as Travis Scott at a certain point. He might have tapered off a bit.
Even Cardi. Mm-hmm.
But Uzi coming outside right now, he's gonna do a number.
Yeah. I say him and 21 could both do a
21
number.
21 no internet. 21's gonna do his number.
But even them, they attached to Lotto and JT and
I'd rather be attached to a woman than have to do goofy shit on the internet.
I'm gonna say this. There's certain artists.
Nigga, Drake was doing Jet 2 Holiday, bro.
There's certain.
I have a comment on that.
There's certain artists that, for me, are in a boat of let's see. Let's wait and see what's gonna happen with them next.
Are they both in that? Both of you? Uzi and 21?
Uzi and 21? Kinda, yeah.
Okay. I'm not mad at that. It's been a while since they both.
Yeah, 21, I want to see what he does, without too many cosigns around.
He reached his career
Uzi Rock
peak.
Nation, bro. He's safe.
Uzi's Rock Nation, that's true. That's true.
The thing I say, the internet culture or the culture of interneting has taken away the source. You mentioned Drake already. I feel like Drake and Kanye are the biggest casualties of that. If they both just left Mystique on records, they both could be more in that, Prince, Kendrick kind of lane, where it's like, nah, when they pop out, or Beyonce kind of lane, right? You know what I mean? Like they pop out and they go crazy. The internet has like made Drake and Kanye both seem like losers. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, is it the internet or is it their own doing?
The internet reveals it. They all might be losers, but at least hide it if you are.
Yeah, bring back Mystique, man.
That and Benny the Butcher.
Get rid of the internet. Well,
Butchie.
Just
somebody cut off his Wi-Fi. Please.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say somebody cut off his
mutton chops.
That too. I see somebody say Benny had his beard in 4 islands.
What?
Like 1, 2, 3, 4. They said his facial hair was in 4 islands.
Yo.
Oh my God!
You add that with the braids.
He had an archipelago on his face, bro.
That's crazy. Next thing I say, Benny's
I don't even know where I pulled that
bro.
from. Why do I remember that from like 5th grade, bro?
Jesus Christ!
between the
I
beard,
haven't used the word archipelago since elementary school. Why do I remember that?
Right
nigga said his beard is Hawaii, bro. If you think about it, but between that and then
Make sure I even use that word
where his
correctly,
hairline
bro.
starts, is like Benny got a lot going on. That's why you got to keep a hat on this shit. You know what I mean? But it's just like, we gotta stop. Allow artists to just be you right?
Yeah, right.
We gotta let artists just be artists and stop being so fucking fickle, man. That's all I'm gonna say on the matter. And that's it. Masito, time for your segment. Let's get to rapping.
Let's get to it, because I didn't even know we had the time. But I got a little bit of music industry news today, guys, because as you know, everything ain't going crazy, but I like to keep everybody aware of what's going on, and also provide a little perspective on it as well. So let's speak about the music industry. Let's speak about where some of this money is going these days. There was recently in like a quarterly wrap up, a celebration led by VP Leor Cohen. YouTube was celebrating the quarter that they had, and they were celebrating that within the last fiscal year, they paid out to the music industry over $8 billion. YouTube. A new high for them. I think their last high was, I believe, around, I think 2022 I read. They did 6 billion. But this year is YouTube's all-time high. They paid out 8 billion to the music industry. Now, that's a vague term, I know. But the music industry counts as musician payouts, record label payouts, things of that sort. The music, people within the music industry, YouTube paid back. That's not the money they made. That's not their revenue. It's the music they paid out to the music industry. $8 billion. Only number 2 to Spotify, which is $10 billion within the last fiscal year that they've paid out to the music industry. I thought that was quite interesting, especially the fact seeing slimy Leor Cohen attached to it. So I found that very interesting. In other news, Spotify is now they have a couple things. They've announced that they hold a patent to a new kind of music technology. This is music technology that is going to.
I don't even like the sound of music technology.
We're gonna get into that, Sin, because I know you hate AI more than anybody. You hate AI more than Larry Brown, okay? But you know, they've patented music technology that within their app is going to let you mix songs and instrumentals, which you know, a lot of people that, you know, within our culture we follow, you know, the black masses, the specters. There's a lot of people that already do that, but I guess Spotify has seen that and said, no, we gonna have the technology. You can mix the songs in the you can mix the songs and the beats themselves.
So basically, you could just like pick 2 songs. Say I want the vocals of this one and the beat of this one, just match it.
Right, and they're gonna be
in
able
the
to match
app.
within the app.
Within the app.
Yes, because you know
they already have a mixing feature within the app. My boy texted me about it. He was like mad excited about it. I'm like, bro. Like,
so they announced that they also, now that you mentioned this, and they announced
mixing is feel, because like you could do an auto mix, but then there might be some shit you want to highlight.
No. They actually have like a DJ component in the Spotify app now.
No, what I'm saying is like with mixing is like sometimes like there's a certain thing where you could like level it out how you want to, but say now Sin wants to mix something, it might be something you want to highlight
right
in the mix. Yeah. Like the human element is still important, I feel like, because like you might want to.
Oh
highlight,
yeah,
you know what I mean,
yeah, I feel that.
Right. So now that you mention it, Sin, they also announced Spotify that them along with Sony, along with, you know, pretty much the entirety of the music industry, yes, they are creating an AI tool, an AI tool that they say is artist friendly, an AI, right, of course, an AI tool that they say is art. How did they said it was artist friendly, it was user friendly, and it was basically a tool that is going to be able to a regenerative AI tool that is going to be able to revolutionize the music industry.
Some easy mode shit.
Yeah, and just remember, and with the backdrop of all of these artists selling their catalogs and their masters back to these record labels, that's a very interesting thing to think of.
Regenerative?
Not
can't say that word.
It's
restorative.
Yeah.
What's the
like
gist?
that.
Forget the word.
Yeah,
what is
just
what's the
what
gist
does that
of
mean?
it?
Besides that word, I just want to know they're investing in an AI tool. I had the article up, guys. It's called. They have an AI tool that them, as long as Sony, as well as Atlantic, all of the record labels, along with Spotify, are putting their or are using this. They're all putting their money into this, and I just found that very interesting. Along with the other news about the billions that are being put into the record labels by, you know, places like YouTube and Spotify, and to decipher it, what it basically means to me in an era where everybody says there's no more money in the music, artists are becoming podcasters, they're becoming Twitch streamers, they got Popeyes and Sprite deals. In an era where everybody is talking about how the artists are making very little money, I think the record label, with this news and with everything that's going on, I think it's very clear to me that record labels are still making their money. That's first of all, but that more than anything these days, the music is being put into the technology. And that is the era that we need to prepare for. Less artist budgets, less artist creativity, less artist signings. So when we look at what's going on within the music industry, with AI, with all of these tools, with YouTube making more money, there's no artist that put $8 billion in the record labels money in the music industry's pockets this year. You know what I mean? Like Spotify and YouTube did. And it's very clear to me that moving forward in the future, the money is in the technology, not the artists. And I think artists need to move accordingly, and I think we need to judge things accordingly. So, you know, even though we've talked about it and we've spoken about these people and we speak about why doesn't Tyler move more than 3.7? Because they're not putting money in the artists anymore. They're not putting money in the advertisement. They're not putting money in going to get a 500,000 Timberland Scott Storch beat. They're not worried about singles. What's the word, y'all?
But is it specifically black music or is
the entirety of the music? This is a music industry. This is not even just the hip hop. You know, obviously it always is going to affect us to the highest level. Let's be honest here. That's around life. So if it works like that in life, it's definitely gonna work like that in the music industry. I think Sin is probably checking it out right now to see the exact AI tool. But
I'm checking something else.
But to me, I think we need to start moving accordingly, because when I look at the announcements that are being made and the moves that are being made by the music industry, it's about to be an overhaul. There's about to be this AI thing is here, and it's about to really. So when you think about the next era of the music industry, we think of we've had the CD era, we've had the Napster streaming, and we cook job.
This is why artistry matters. When you let a lot of guys and girls into the industry with no talent, and just saying whatever and mumbling and like that white girl from whatever city she's from saying doing all that type of shit. Like when you're not letting a talent flourish, or you're not signing talent who can do some dynamic shit, and you're letting anybody do it, the anybody's are easy to replicate with AI. And then when you have those anybody's in here doing bullshit, you can replicate that for the low ski, and now you don't have to pay AI, but you can generate revenue from AI with them doing bullshit with rap. And now we're seeing all those years of damage being done to hip hop specifically, because I don't listen to country, so I can't speak for that. But the damage I've seen done to rap, where you sign no talent, a lot of Ren and Tens, if you know, you know, a lot of Ren and Tens getting signed, and labels start saying, why are we paying Ren and 10 when we could just generate that shit if we have an AI tool or AI software that can replicate Ren and 10, and niggas is gonna digest this music at a high clip? Because for every Jarv, Sin, and Mase, there's hundreds and thousands of people who don't give a fuck about the art the same way we do. Let's feed those guys.
Right.
And then we're seeing the blowback of that now, because once labels realize that the loud majority doesn't care about the actual talent of the artist, it was open season on bullshit.
Right.
And now with AI, we're seeing all the way to the opposite end of the spectrum what we cried about when we said, yo, stop signing niggas whispering and saying, I bet you can't do it like me. And we kept getting mad and then saying, yeah, New York niggas is haters. This is why we were mad. It wasn't about being mad in 04, 05, 06. We were being mad about what could happen in 2025, 2030. Because once you're willing to digest that, Timberland right now, Sin kicked them off the lawn last episode. They all realize now we can make music because people do not care about integrity with their music. They just want to be entertained.
Right.
And now we're here now.
I seen our boy Dom a dozen going back with Timberland about that AI shit, just for the sake of accuracy and clarity. Spotify, this is the announcement, really quick, just one sentence. Spotify has partnered with Sony, Universal, and Warner Music Groups to develop responsible AI products aimed at empowering artists while improving the consumer's experience. That sounds like bullshit to me, but I just wanted you to know
mad double talk.
The money, because our boy Lucy, as soon as the lawsuit got shut down, our boy Lucy's right back up to his Lex Luthor antics. Okay, so that's the type of shit that's going on in the background of the music industry. You see, no artists are being mentioned, no music is being mentioned, just the companies and the technologies, and that's where the industry is headed. Just real quick, because I can't just music business yard of you all day. On the young rap side, you know what I'm saying? Salute our boy Pooh Shiesty. A Shiesty ski mask legend is out. You know what I mean? Saying I'm gonna make sure I
impacted the hip hop lexicon, because if you wear a mask,
it's a Shiesty. It's a Shiesty from 50 to 5. They gonna call it Shiesty. I'm gonna make sure the first day out track, I'm gonna send first. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make sure, you know what I mean? He need to hear that. But, you know, shouts to Shiesty. You know, he was, you know, other than Youngboy, Shiesty was like the #1 draft pick of that era. You know what I mean? We see Youngboy, you know, did he shut down Atlanta? You know what I mean? Like the whole city got the key to the city.
Why
and
does
then
a guy from New Orleans get the key? Or Louisiana, pardon himself, get the key to the city in Atlanta?
Get the key to the city Atlanta, then get the next concert shut down. Like what's going on? They made enough money in the first day. He went out there and dissed Lil Baby 21 Gunna. Like young boy like that. Listen,
young boy playing chess.
You speak to somebody young enough, they gonna talk to you like young boy is Tupac. They gotta put some respect on that boy name, man. Like he's shaking shit. Or I think he turned 26 last week. I think he might be the clear GOAT of the under 30s right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. You gotta clear of the under 30s. Young boy is declared GOAT right now.
Did Chief Keef turn 30?
He just turned 30. Chief Keef just turned 30. You know what I mean? Shouts to, you know, the old blocky in himself. You know, but I'm gonna give Young Boy the crown. Who else is getting Atlanta shut down? You know what I mean? Not Gunna. You know, he gotta perform in front of us.
Real quick before we get to the next segment. Has Birdman signed Young Boy yet?
You know, Birdman actually had dealings with Youngboy early in his career. Like I remember when Wayne and Birdman was still beefing with each other. Wayne had a bar about Youngboy shouldn't trust Birdman. That's how long Birdman kind of been involved with that since the Young Thug era. To be honest with you, he been surrounding that. You know, if one thing, he know talent. You know what I mean? He just don't pay him. Okay, but Birdman been connected to him for a little minute, so I don't know if they no longer. I don't think they on paper anymore at this point, but at one point they were.
That's good to know. Young rap industry talk. Masito delivering the news as only he can, but we gotta move on to my favorite segment, which is the mailbag. I don't need anyone to leave me alone this week, so again, leave me alone is not an every episode thing, but it's only when an artist deserves it or personality deserves it. But here we are with the mailbag. We have Man Mid-Secon 3374. Don't ask me to repeat that. Rayvon new project Smoke Joey last two. I don't know about the last two, but because 2000 was before.
Yeah,
2000. And so get off his dick first and foremost. Get off Rayvon's dick. Let's be clear. There may not be a lot of us yet, but since when do you judge music or art based strictly off popularity? I am anticipating his next project and anything he has to drop. So you a dick ride. Ray held his own in the battle at the top of the year. No, he didn't. He got cooked. I actually feel like his songs are more entertaining. No, it wasn't. Joey is supposed to be in a position where he can. Joey's supposed to be in a position where he can just ignore a Rayvon. No, he can't. But he has to engage. Joey didn't sleep on Ray, and so the rap roundtable should give him his respect. So he's responding to our segment last in studio where I asked Rayvon to leave us alone because he's talking as if he's much higher on the rap totem pole than he actually is. And people like this guy is part of the problem because you could probably tell by he's clearly a fanboy.
Right.
You know what I mean? To say that Rayvon's project is better than... Did you even listen to 2000, bro? To say that his songs were more entertaining, like Diddy jokes and potential gay jokes is more entertaining. Like Rayvon got fried by Joey. Once Joey came back outside after that 3-4 month window, he got cooked. It wasn't even it wasn't close. He was battling two guys at once. It's not even like, you know what I mean? Like I'm a Joey fan and I'm defending Joey. I'm the guy who said Joey not even pay-per-view. When he came back outside, he stepped on Rayvon badly. I just feel like Rayvon is still on the come up, sir, and he hasn't earned the right to say that people are anticipating him. He has fans like you that are anticipating him. But what his point was, they're anticipating people like Doechii or him as people artists who are dropping substance.
Yo,
For you to even put your name next to Doechii is fucking crazy.
Putting himself next to Doechii was
grifting.
wild, bro. Like that's like, you know, Michael Jordan scores 30 points and Stacey King scored 2 points. Between them, they scored 32 points. Like Stacey King, yo, me and him, we
Bush and Kobe combined for 8
came
points.
together for 32 points, yo. Like,
let's cut it out.
Outta here, man.
Cut it out. Stop. Next person.
Stacey King reference for the win. Like, are you crazy?
Low 9251 says, I really enjoyed this convo in the topics because I think it brings up the most important questions we need answers to when it comes to hip-hop success. What was the stimulus package? How did it work? Who did it work for? I think I hit the nail on the head here. What it seems to have done in the best of cases was introduce non-hip-hop fans to a new hip-hop artist, the kind of people who don't hear about us until someone white brings it up to them. See Eminem. No shade to none of what I've said. No shade to no one when I say that, but this is what it is. If we take the stands at their word, nothing is happening for a lot of people without a stimulus. See Khaled. Sin, what do you say to that?
I'll say, could you repeat what I have no idea what he's saying.
He's saying that the stimulus only impacts people who are not plugged in.
That's
no, that's not how a stimulus works. Like, the stimulus is for literally everybody.
No,
like,
the Drake stimulus specifically.
The Drake's, you're right.
So you're saying that the Drake stimulus only has an impact for people who are not hip hop fans. That's the gist of what he's saying.
That's still a plug.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's still a plug. Introducing you to the mainstream audience is still a stimulus. That's a plug, because Eminem didn't introduce nobody unless you was on Shady Records.
I'll read it again. What it seems to have done in the best of cases was introduce non-hip-hop fans to a new hip-hop artist, the kind of people who don't hear about us until someone white brings it to them. See Eminem. No shade to no one when I say that, but this is what it is.
So,
Should we move on?
We should move on, because I'm not like so he's just saying,
basically saying that
the Drake stimulus
is for casuals.
Introduces artists to casuals.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that what it's supposed to do?
I guess he's feeling like casuals aren't good for the culture, maybe.
Well, that's fine. Like, we can have that argument.
Don't celebrate no Grammys next season then.
Okay. We move on. DMA846 says, as a Southerner who grew up in that era, part of me wants it in New Orleans. He's talking about our versus conversation. But understand why it's not. The history between the camps and the neighborhoods might be too much to risk having in New Orleans. As a fan, though, I do think it'll be closer because of the performance aspect. P has rallied the troops. Wait, what? P has rallied the troops for, and we know Turk won't be there, and no one knows about Wayne yet. No Limit stay doing reunion shows, so the chemistry is there. This versus will be telling on Cash Money side. I expect Juvie to run it for them since he's good live. What do y'all say to that?
I don't know, but by the time this airs, I think the verses will have already happened, so we will have seen the results of it. But I'm saying this before seeing the verses. I mean, I've seen several arguments of people saying, you know, we're underestimating No Limits.
You specifically.
I mean, it was all of us.
No,
we all said.
I gave grace. Y'all niggas was kicking. Y'all was, you know what I mean?
Back in.
All
I ain't
right.
gonna lie.
You gave some grace and still said that Cash Money was going to
I said Cash Money in Vegas will win. But if you put it in New Orleans, it'll be a different argument. That's what I said.
All right. Regardless, this is Cash Money taking it all day, every day, like, and twice on Sunday. Like, I don't see any scenario, and I'll say it, even in New Orleans, fuck it, where No Limit comes out on top. Like, you know, you had the one thing I forgot was the Snoop, you know, that Snoop No Limit era. But that, I mean, even at that, like those weren't hit Snoop's biggest hits.
Nah.
Like so, like the Snoop No Limit songs,
Cause I'm down.
they're not gonna ring
shit.
off the way people think they're gonna ring off. So go ahead with that shit, man. Like,
How you? Cause you can't say that.
I can say that.
You're not in the South. You're not in the West.
I don't care.
You're not in Texas.
I honestly don't. I don't care. They had
New York elitists.
They had
Sincere the rap.
bro.
stars.
They had the worst rapper of all time. At least top 3 worst rapper of all time.
For sure.
In Silk the Shocker.
But he's
You're
still-
not telling me that they're winning this versus, bro.
But that Maya joint went crazy.
And
for a moment. This is
It moved my way.
this is my problem, is that these are songs, and we talked about this earlier with Cardi. These were songs of the time, not
Yeah, but
for the rest of time.
it didn't
These
hit-
are not timeless songs.
Sid,
Nobody is
Sid,
asking
stop.
for the No Limit set
Let me
at
be clear.
no function,
let
bro.
me be clear. You not in the South. You can't say that.
Nobody's asking for it.
You're a New York nigga.
All right, somebody,
You're a New York nigga.
Somebody,
You cannot speak for the South.
Somebody from the region, let me know when's the last time somebody asked for a No Limit set and
How we
a
know they
No
don't do
Limit
that at every
set-
party?
or a No Limit set rang off at
See?
any function.
It be
let me
sin
know. Tell
that
me
New
I'm
York
wrong.
elitist shit
Let me
that
know
don't
that I'm
know
wrong.
what's going on
I'm
in the
inviting
South.
you to tell me that I'm wrong.
He don't
Somebody.
speak for us. It's his opinion.
I'm inviting anybody to tell me that I'm wrong. When's the last time you like a No Limit
How
set
you know they don't do that
really
every
rang off?
party? How you know they don't do that at every party, Sam? You're not there.
That's why I'm saying somebody tell me that I'm wrong. I'm inviting them to do it. I want them to do it. Please tell me that I'm wrong.
All right. I'm pretty sure they do. Next one, we were talking about the street element in rap.
What?
Norman Johnson, 6569 says, Schoolboy Q, 52 Hoover, J-Rock, Bounty Hunter Bloods, can get no more street than that. If you know, you know, West Coast. Norman, real quick, what the rappers were before they became like signed rappers, being gang members, and hip hop generally being a little more street and not so heavy with the nerds is not the same thing. These guys are still gang members. They still talk about the gang shit in their raps. We know that. We're talking about hip hop in its totality, as far as the listenership, the fans, etc. Not the rappers who are in gangs.
Right.
There is a difference. We know these guys are gang members. Okay, moving on. One negative comment, because we got to get into the negative
For
shit.
sure.
Javon J4010 says, I'll hype it up, but y'all three gotta stop wearing them tight ass jeans.
I know I was most likely part of that, right? Deanie was
I don't
definitely
know.
part of that.
Who cares what pants we wear?
Well,
I
These
can
are
do
cargos.
you know what I mean?
Not even.
You watching the Rap Roundtable, so you mean to tell me that you watched a 2-hour or 2.5 hour podcast and you look at the niggas' pants the whole time?
Nigga said he want some boot cuts.
You want niggas to wear baggy pants like some
Those some
King
boot
Clink
cuts
shit?
on.
Make my shit tighter. Fuck.
With
You know
slim
what I mean?
fits, right?
Niggas wear straight legs, bro.
You feel me?
You know what I mean? We're not
Knock
gonna wear
it
baggy.
off.
Like matter of fact, let me put
I
it.
got nice calves. I want to show them off, man.
Let me speak in
problem?
let me speak in the way that niggas understand. We like women. Women like men that are fashion forward or don't look crazy when we go out, or don't wear sweatpants to dinner dates and shit like that. So if you got a problem with niggas wearing pants that fit and don't be baggy and all that, maybe you don't get no hoes. Maybe you jerk off a lot. I don't know. But I like women. Sincere likes women. Sincere was at the strip club. He likes women. Mase likes women. Deanie's not here. He loves women. Okay?
Shouts to Hunter.
So, what's your name? Jovan J4010. If you live an incel life and you look at the pants of other men, make some changes. All right?
Please.
We thank you for the support. 100%.
That comment was straight out of 2005.
But
That's crazy.
and we don't even rock the skinnies. We don't even do that.
Right.
That's not even our vibe.
That's not fashionable.
You know what I mean? So it's like, for you to even speak on that, what was you looking at the whole time? Jovan J4010. What were you looking at? You should think about that. Then you should look in the mirror. Then maybe have a real conversation with yourself
Cross my legs. I'm
about
uncomfortable.
what you might like. You know? Maybe you just came out the closet and you didn't realize it. I don't know. But figure out what you like, okay?
Please.
Last but not least, a woman.
Finally.
Girly Jock 0119 says, just eating and chilling like I'm on the couch with him. Life is good. Love. That's what we do it for. For the people to feel like they right there with us, locking in just like Walt in the cut. You know what I mean? Who's going to kick us out pretty soon.
Deservedly so.
So with that being said, we are somewhere in New York City.
There's some kicking out that we got.
Having a blast. Great vibes. Great alcohol. And we need you too.
Get off my lawn.
Get off Sincere's lawn.
All right, this is gonna be a buy lawn segment. Half of
How
my
long was you
lawn.
at that strip club?
What?
Buy lawn?
But
Hashtag Ayo.
half of my lawn is being taken up by somebody that has been on it before, and I've kicked them off before. It wasn't. Jarv said it was last episode. It wasn't last episode. It was like one of the most recent episodes though. But somehow he's still continuing the fuckery. Not listening to any of his peers. People have reached out to him I've seen it online in comments on the timeline. People have reached out to him like, yo, brother, this is not the move. But for whatever reason, Timbaland continues to be just on this path to selling the culture out through AI. Very recently, he has debuted a new quote unquote AI artist. I'll say that again. Timbaland has debuted an AI artist. What an AI artist is, I have no idea. Like, what is that? What does that mean? Is it their voice? Is it a likeness? Is it a whole AI body that performs? Like, is it a hologram? Like, how are they going to do show? I have no idea. Right? But Timbaland has taken it upon himself to go down this AI path, despite and in spite of everybody from like Young Guru onto
his peers. Essentially.
So many of his peers reaching out to him saying, "Bro, this is not it. Don't do this, bro." And most recently, Mase mentioned how friend of the show, Dama Dozen, had an interaction with Timbaland in the comments, and Timbaland actually responded to him, right? And I'll read it here, right? Dama Dozen mentioned something about Timbaland's new AI artist, whose name is Tata Taktumi. I'll pause there for a second because this AI artist is a hip hop artist,
Right.
What's
but
that?
is Japanese.
What's that, brother?
They've modeled this artist to be a Japanese woman doing hip hop.
And niggas didn't understand when I posted and I said Timbaland's a culture vulture. And it's like, you don't even know what culture vulture means.
Somebody like send the meteor now and send it directly to Timbaland's house.
She's making hip hop music, or the AI is making hip hop music, but he didn't even generate the AI as a black person. He generated the AI as an Asian person. So if y'all don't understand what I mean when I say culture vulture, then I can't help
there's
you.
so many layers to how fucked up that is.
It is.
Right? And so yeah, Dama Dozen was saying, talking about the new AI artist. Timbaland responded to him. I believe this looks like it was on TikTok. I don't know. But he said, I appreciate your concern. Oh no, Timbaland first said, she's a real artist, my brother. She's real artist. My AI just creates story. I'll read that again. This is exactly how he wrote it. She real artist, my brother. She's real artist. My AI just create story. I don't know why Timbaland is talking like a caveman in this comment, but that sounded crazy. And then there was a follow-up comment where he said, "But I appreciate your concern. Let me hear your work, my brother." And Dama Dozen, rightfully so, responded, "Nah, so you can take this work and add it." Oh, no, I'm sorry. This was somebody else that had said it. I thought it was Dama Dozen. Somebody else said, "Nah, so you can take his work and add it to your AI artist code?" Hell no. And there was a situation not too long, the last time that I kicked Timbaland off the lawn, because he went and took up another producer's beat. This is somebody else that's also on the socials. He puts his beats up on TikTok and on Instagram. He took that whole beat and put it on in some sort of AI composition or whatever. Long story short, Timbaland is out here being the fuckest of fuck boys. Like, this shit is like beyond egregious at this point. There was another situation where Mickey Fax was talking about Timbaland and was saying, "Is Timbaland wilding for the AI stuff?" And Timbaland responded, brother, I think you have a misunderstanding of the vision, but I understand. But my vision is head exploding emoji and prayer hands. I don't know what the fuck Timbaland, what is Timbaland even saying in these comments? What is his explanation? What is the vision? Right? If there is an actual vision, explain your vision in a way that doesn't sound like a fucking caveman. Like express yourself. Use your fucking verbs and adjectives and nouns in a proper sentence structure so that we can understand what the fuck it is that you're trying to do with AI. But it's not gonna matter, because no matter how you explain it, it's all fuckery. Every last bit of it is fuckery. You're getting paid off of this AI shit, and that's the bottom line. That's all you care about. You don't care about no artistry. You don't care about the artist. You don't care about culture. You don't care about nothing, moving anything forward. Like Mase was saying, Mase and Jarv were talking about earlier, this AI shit is, it shit looks gloomy. Shit looks like doomsday. You know what I mean? But we got to try to at least put up a good fight. You know what I mean? You can't just be the first motherfucker to fold to AI and be like, oh, well, like, I guess, this shit is a wrap. Like, I'm just going to make my money off of it. No, man. Like, bro, you brought us Missy. You brought us Aaliyah. You know what I mean? You gave us hits with Hove, Justin Timberlake, and now you're just going to sell everything out for some AI Asian, Japanese wannabe rapper? Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? I am so just to my core angered by this. Get the fuck off my lawn with all of your bullshit. Take the AI off my lawn. Take your bullshit ass comments off my lawn. Whatever vision it is that you claim to have, take that shit with you too. All of it is bullshit. Get the fuck off my lawn with that shit. Now, I know we're short on time. I'm gonna make this quick. There's another entity that I need to kick off my lawn, and it's not rap related. But Billboard, what the fuck are you even talking about right now? Wait. This is a little more lighthearted, but it's still just as egregious.
Billboard?
The fuck are you talking about?
They recently put out another bullshit list, and like, it's at the point where these lists are really just vehicles for trolling at this point. Like, it has to be, because they put out a list of the 25 top Halloween songs of all time, because that's the season that we're in, right? Top 25 Halloween songs of all time. In the bottom 3 of that list, they put Michael Jackson Thriller.
What?
At number 22.
What the fuck?
Out of 25. I'll repeat that again.
No bueno.
22 out of 25.
Get rid of this guy.
Of the greatest Halloween songs of all time. Like, Thriller is synonymous with Halloween. Not only is Michael Jackson arguably the greatest artist of all time, Thriller, the album, arguably greatest album of all time. At least highest selling, most impactful. Like it basically made MTV. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The video for Thriller, greatest video of all time.
Come on.
So how that all amounts to number 22 on a list of Halloween songs, I'm going to just mention a few of the songs that were above Thriller on this list of 25 Halloween songs of all time. Let's start with Elvis Presley, Devil in Disguise. The fuck? Exactly.
Wasn't a hero to me.
Olivia Rodrigo, Vampire. Justin Bieber, Ghost at number 18.
Wow.
Kodak Black, Super Gremlin at number 16.
Wow.
Santana, Black Magic Woman at number 15.
Wow.
Well, Imagine Dragons, Demons at number 11.
Kids love it.
Wow.
Look, they even put, I love, as much as I love Janet Jackson, growing up, middle school, I had the most insane crush on Janet Jackson. But Janet Jackson, Black Cat, why is that even on this list?
What?
Out of all Janet Jackson's songs, like, nobody goes back to Black Cat. Nobody plays that shit at Halloween.
Sounds autobiographical.
Like, yo, you stupid.
Wow.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
2 Ghostbusters songs are on this. Including Bobby Brown. That's why I was playing it when you came in. Eminem, Rihanna, The Monster as a Halloween song. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, man? Billboard, like, please, leave us all alone. I'm doing the lawn and the leave us alone in one segment. That's what I'm doing here. Get the fuck off my lawn to Timberland, and Rolling Stone, please leave us alone.
Stop it.
Get the fuck out of here with your bullshit.
All-time great lawn by Sincere the Rap Snob. Hell of a podcast. We yapped. I didn't think we'd still be here. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we'd be out of here in like an hour and a half. we got to yapping and the alcohol.
Me
so
too, bro. Me too.
I messed up. This is my second bev. I'm smacked. You know. Shout out Sid. Shout out. I'm gonna get my Dini on with this one.
Good.
Shout out to Sid Beats. He makes beats.
You know it. Super
Top producer in the world.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Dini on vacay, doing this thing, living his best life.
The balance.
Leave them homemade cargo capri pants at home.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the homie Mase for the young rap, the Drake fans, the modern rap,
Yes,
the information himself. Masito himself is the guy. Okay?
I will find you.
And shout out to me, always at work.
The GOAT.
Dream chasing, hard working, just trying to make some shit shake. You know what I mean? It's your guy Jarv. We are the Rap Roundtable. Shout out Walt in the cut for putting up with our shit week in and week out. When Walt was on vacation, we panicked because it's like, what the fuck are we gonna do without Walt? With all of our powers combined. Shout out Dini. We are the Rap Roundtable, episode 135. Hit the hype in a few minutes. We up out of here. Peace.
Salute, y'all.
Yes, sir.